Tyranitar is green, yeah.
Are you talking about the one that's all red or one that just has a red head?
I don't remember.
There's one that just came out in Pogo that's called Drudagon. Looks like a Digimon with a red head and a blue body.
That one.
Yeah, that's Drudagon.
That's
I fucking hate that thing.
Yeah, it's a shitty looking Pokemon.
You are all out of your mind. That's one of my favorite Pokemon.
It's,
oh no!
It looks terrible.
Out of your mind.
It's bad design.
He looks plastic.
It's an amazing design. I love that design.
It looks like a Play-Doh Pokemon.
If we're thinking of the same Pokemon, it's literally a Dragapult. Where it's got,
No,
like,
it's not Dragapult.
Not Dragapult, no.
Nothing like Dragapult.
Anyway, Dragapult's amazing. That's one of my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah,
because
it's one of the most loved Pokemon in the game.
Is it?
I'm not talking about Dragapult. I'm talking about
Drudagon.
Sorry
I don't know
about that.
I'll have to look that one up.
What is it called again?
Druddigon. Drud-I-G-O-N. I was looking something up before we started talking about Pokemon.
It should be called Derpagon.
Oh, it was. I need to fix the overlay.
Derpagon.
It looks like it's made out of Play-Doh. All right, make sure you guys go lurk.
Can you send a link, Cari, if you find that Pokemon? I want to see what it looks like.
Time to look.
I mean, Mesh and what's this called? Manjit should be able to pull it up. I bet you they've got like a bunch of them.
Wait, what?
Drudagons.
Druddagon.
Digimon.
I did. I will show you.
It's a Play-Doh Pokemon.
Kinda.
Okay.
I gotta say, it's the first time I saw a design of Pokemon. It's like, that doesn't look quite right.
Yeah, we've been calling it the best looking Digimon in Pokemon.
Marshtomp, the like in between the second evolution
for Swampert and Mudkip.
Yeah, that thing is ugly as hell.
No, it's not. Hang on.
It's got little antennas. Just
He
with
just
derpy.
looks fucking stupid.
Mudkip's one of my favorite Pokemon.
Mudkip is cute. Marshtomp is ugly.
Marshtomp is not.
Marshtomp's alright. I mean, what are we doing there? Why are we hating on Marshtomp? Why are we hating on Marshtomp?
Because he's gross.
Why don't you tell us what Pokemon you want to hate on, Jodie? Maybe we can find some common ground here.
Hey, let me go ahead and send you the.
Yeah, that thing.
That thing is ugly as fuck.
Jodie. That's the one that's weird.
Yeah, that's Druddagon.
Where did you send it?
No, I didn't send it.
Look at
the screen.
Manjit's screen.
It's me.
Look at Manjit's screen. Oh god, hang on. How do I get back to the fucking thing? Wait 1 second.
I was gonna send you the copy of it, and then you put that up.
I mean, yeah, there's bad Pokemon in that, yeah, for sure.
It's objectively a bad designed Pokemon. Like,
it's really awful.
It doesn't belong in this game. It belongs in another game. That's the main critique that people have with it. It belongs in a fucking museum.
It doesn't belong in any game. It belongs in hell.
I can tell you.
I finally got this too.
I was supposed to be the rejected Pokemon.
Nice.
We have a fish!
We have found a fish. We will feast tonight.
Mr. Fish.
Hey, Manjit, I'm gonna make you jealous for a second. You ready?
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Is that a hundo?
Mm-hmm.
Pog.
And the shiny.
I got the shiny this morning. 24 hours apart.
I tweeted this out, so if anyone else has got social media, I'll tweet out the stream, yeah?
Hate you.
I don't have any followers. No one's gonna watch.
Yeah, I haven't used my Twitter account in like 8 years.
Hang on to it. What if you have any other social media then? Not just Twitter.
Well, Instagram.
Manjit.
Instagram, yeah.
Oh, what? What have you done?
You have to use it, and then people follow you.
I haven't got one.
I don't have a hundo of this thing. It's killing me.
But I will say this. I've got a hundo or a Reshiram. Both of the shinies,
I don't have that one
terrible. Like me and Mesh,
they just need to do a color palette swap.
Because it's like. Yeah,
well, at least with Zekrom, when it attacks, you can see the difference, and as a Dragon Breather, it's very noticeable when you're using it. So at least it has that. But Reshram's like, I just put this new ring on. Check me out. Like,
should have put a ring on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like it, but
different guy proposed.
I don't know, man. It's just kind of annoying. You know, Mesh, his first shiny that he got of it, he didn't even know. He just caught it, and then after he's like, "Are those shines?"
Yeah.
Like,
I think the second and third shiny of Zekrom, I missed it. I just like was pineapping, and I was like, "Oh, that was quick." Oh, wait, that was a shiny. And then for Reshiram, I didn't even notice until after because I was doing something in the middle of doing the raids. I was helping a friend trying to do them.
Oh,
I like
Hey, very cool fish.
the Obstagoon like color difference, but I hate the color palette for shiny Obstagoon. It's very
Really?
garish. And
Oh, I really like that
Disgusting.
shiny a lot. It's one of my favorite
if I
shinies.
tried that, I couldn't get a good one. I'm gonna quickly show what I got for a friend of mine for Christmas because of the giant thing he got me. So I decided to get him a stand that holds up about 8 cards. Well, no, 12 cards. And I decided to get him his favorite Pokemon in card form.
Sweet.
But
Yeah.
I also wanted to get 2 evolved of it in Chinese, and finally this, which is hard to see. But
It's
Dragonite
Dragonite
Get
V.
him a portrait, but I'll get him something nice.
Do I need to get closer?
That's a great way to freeze frame your camera there, Goldy.
Oh, good.
Incredible.
I want to
Oh my God.
Somebody
It'll
please
be
save that.
forever
I want that to be my
remembered on,
emote. That would be amazing.
We have fish.
Oh, poop! I was just getting the snip tool out.
It's okay.
Okay,
It
a lot
will
of
forever
people
be
use the
immortalized in my
internet.
highlights
I'm gonna-
anyways.
That's true.
Jodie, to answer your question, it was just when I turned my camera on, I just got a notification saying like it's Snow's Giving. Try these backgrounds.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
there's a
saw
little
that.
drop down thing that says change video background under your camera.
Does it?
Yes, it
I have to find
does.
this.
Change video.
Or you can right click your
Or you can right click your
Yeah.
video frame and do it that way.
They're copying, like, what do you call it? Custom. I
Zoom.
have mine.
Every program that has video cameras except for
no,
Discord,
you,
yeah.
You subscribe if you want your own one. They're bloody bastards.
Where?
Captain, language.
It
Oh, look,
doesn't protect
I
my hair well.
my messy background.
It
but
doesn't
it-
protect me well.
It doesn't look very
It
good.
has pretty good
No, there's-
detection.
No, Tropical's the best.
I figured mine's like
Yeah, what in it?
thematic.
Ah,
I don't have
What we're doing.
now.
Oh no.
Fish is literally the only one in tropical weather
Yes,
currently
yes.
too.
Oh,
fucking cyberpunk world. Look.
The
Like,
fish.
it doesn't.
nice. Wait, that little guy.
Jodie,
is in,
don't
like,
fall.
I
everyone's
think my
screen.
Don't lean
wall
back
looks
too far.
cute, though. Like, look how
I think
cute
I
the
like
walls
it.
are.
You all look
Yeah,
nice.
that's a very cute
I mean,
background.
that's a little,
Don't change that.
mascot.
I'm inside this place. Why does it not like my face?
Yeah, it doesn't like my hair. It thought my hair was
I don't know if you know this about facial
two,
recognition software, but it really doesn't like certain races.
Yeah,
Facial recognition software is objectively racist, like historically.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why, but it is.
Skin brown person I have met. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, it's the
knows?
people who are making it don't think about it. Like the automatic hand, like the automatic syncs, have a really hard time like seeing black people's hands because they're not.
Is that a thing?
They were designed. Yeah, they were designed by a bunch of white people, and they didn't.
Wow.
They were testing them with white people, and they didn't
But it
think
comes
that
off
maybe
other
there was a
people.
person with darker skin that might
Yeah.
want to use a.
Oh, come
And
on,
it's just like it's just like on accident, but
Wow.
it happens.
Yeah. Well, it's been 15 minutes and I have no clue where Mesh is. Let's give him 2 more. Manja, you want to chase him down for me? And then we'll get started regardless.
He might be asleep.
No, he said he was going to be late about 5 minutes before game time.
Gonna be late.
Oh, okay.
But the good news is I have 6 other players that would much rather control his character than let him do what he wants sometimes. So
Back to time.
you guys can literally have him do whatever you want, which is probably, you know, put a leash on him and pull him back at this point.
Let's change this.
Are there any lava pits? Because I'd like to take the chances again.
Oh gosh. Prediction if Mesh survives this week.
I've wanted to start one every week.
I'm not gonna stop you.
Oh my god, yes.
You are a mod, Dallan, I'm pretty sure.
I am.
The reason that I have an oversaturation of mods is because only a few of the people that show up for D&D streams, I need someone that's gonna be here that is a mod in case something hits the fan when I'm DMing, because I can't do that. I can't moderate and Dungeon Master. It's too much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got one more minute. I guess while we're waiting, somebody can recap what happened last week. If we want to get like a brief synopsis to bring those of you that had to step out early up to speed, that would be nice.
Not
naming names.
Well,
Not
we
it.
threw a rock and a bell, and then giant vultures came down, and we fled. And then we came upon a settlement on the ice, and there was nobody, and we investigated, and we saw little white weasels. Did we?
Oh yeah. Found like an igloo, and then there was like a little
It's a tent.
a white mink.
There's an Arctic weasel.
Or was it a mink or a weasel? Yeah.
It's a coat. It just moves.
It doesn't happen to be this character labeled Weasel, does it?
Yeah. It's got to be a mink. Couldn't be anything else.
Shine has a new playmate.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I just realized you can share.
I actually think it was the first time I've given.
Oh.
I think it was the second time I've given a player the close of the game for the spoiler.
Is there a prediction?
Because yeah, it's because Mesh is gonna survive.
Oh, well,
Dallan's running it. I will tell you this: that the only other time that I've had a player give me the cliffhanger was when you guys were talking to Mesh about his character reveal. I think last week I had Breker do it. So Breker actually, I just finished with what he did for his little reveal. He's like, "Isn't that so-and-so's so-and-so?" So that's probably what we're gonna pick up. Breker, do you want to bring us back in on that one?
Big smart. Look at that big brain over there stewing.
Let me grab my notes.
Okay.
Last time on D&D.
The very last line of notes that I have is something large was poking out of the ice, some type of encampment, a little like collapsed tent. And we noticed some movement from the tent, and a little weasel, white weasel I think, popped out, and it was hiding from the wind in the tent. And Breker looked back at Velin and asked, "Well, is this NASA's familiar?"
And as he asks the question and turns around, you guys look to face Velin, and her face is white with fear.
Yeah. Petrified.
So, Songs of Summer, what are you doing to do?
Oh no! I just saw the pole.
Well, I want to see what happened.
I was gonna vote, but I'm not a follower. So
You guys
I
did
don't-
send
I
a
don't
Mesh on
support us.
the scouting mission, so we're just gonna say that he came back and gave you this info, and that's where we're at.
You don't follow Rob? How can you not follow your own husband?
Because I have to pay money to us.
Oh no, you don't. To be a
Subbing.
follower, you can. You can
I
just
follow.
I follow. It's free.
Oh,
It's subscribing
Yeah,
that
I'm
this
following.
morning.
I'm just not subscribed.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
follow. If you follow, you can
I have bits.
you can do this. I think you just gotta be a
Oh, it's not bits. It's channel points.
channel points.
Oh, I
Yes,
probably don't have any channel. I don't think I have any channel.
it's free.
Okay.
I don't sit in enough Pokemon streams, I guess.
Gonna chill.
I should though, especially since you're starting to support me with the Final Fantasy.
Yeah, just leave a tab open and mute the tab, and then you can just leave it on.
Anyways,
It's just like you, the rest of your marriage.
What the fuck was I gonna say? Right, yes. What's the animal again? Because I think it's a weasel now. What is it actually?
Do you have Roll20
It
open?
is a weasel. It is. The last thing I have written. This is what my notes are for last week. Scython alive. What white moose? We forgot. Arctic weasel.
You can also look on the map.
It says weasel.
What happened to
So,
that?
Rob, I'm not sure.
Okay, guys, how about we slowly approach forward? You know what? How about just two of us? We don't want to get gathered.
Oh god, I was gonna say, can I a stealthy person approach?
Yeah,
And that's
stealthy
Mesh, isn't it? Mesh. No. Stealthy person, but Mesh isn't here, is there? So.
No, I'm not talking stealth. Hi, Mesh. I'm not talking stealth. I mean, like, how about we just go greet the animal and maybe the guy will come out?
Because.
Bro, we know whose weasel it is though, and it's not a guy's weasel.
Is she a gnome? I forgot.
He don't know us.
No.
But listen, he don't know us. We just call Velen to stay back. Do you understand?
Velen's point is the ghost. We need to ask her if she's okay with that.
Can I speak to Velen? Like, Velen, you look shook. It's just. I mean, it's just a weasel. Why are you so freaked out? I mean,
Couple things. Mesh, welcome back. Hopefully you can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you.
First and foremost, you guys have noticed that since you have arrived, the temperature has progressively been dropping, and the wind has been picking up coming from the water, or the frozen kind of sea of moving ice. It starts gusting even to that extent, and oddly enough, it actually has started to lightly snow.
Does it seem like this is a mage's magic, or is it natural?
You can give me an Arcana check, Devii.
Well, that's a 5 plus. What plus 1? 6.
It's snowing, and it's a bit odd, but not quite sure any meaning that you can derive from that.
I just hate snow in general, that's all.
That's the first thing. And the second is that Velen kind of snaps out of her haze and basically tells you, well, I don't know how the devil...
Yes?
She's living out here. You said she went down with the ship, right?
I said the ship went down, and most of the people on board sunk with it. A few of us were able to escape onto the ice.
Let's just make a very safe assumption, shall we?
I didn't see her go under.
That she might be dead with the rest of the people that also might be dead when a ship goes under the water.
Well, that's an assumption.
Yes.
It's not the fact. I'm alive.
I understand, but you have to understand, if she is dead, that weasel shouldn't be alive.
So maybe she's not dead.
Yes, but...
Or maybe the weasel is smarter than you think. I mean, you don't know.
But how? She is...
You know what? I don't think we can figure out the how. We're just gonna have to figure out what's down there.
Is the weasel a familiar or a pet?
Familiar, right?
Well, as you know, with familiars, you can change their form, but this is the one that she grew attached to. At least when I was around her at the time. Down by the host tower and whatnot.
Should we just go up to the weasel?
Yeah.
Instead, could we coax the weasel out rather than going up to it? Would you be able to do that, Goldy?
I am thinking yes. I was actually thinking maybe I can just use shine as well as a way to make sure that it doesn't feel startled. You can see that I am not a threat and animals are safe around me. But that being said, I need to know for certain, how hostile would that woman be? Had she just show up? Would I have to relieve myself immediately?
Well, she stole the only thing that is an heirloom that I own.
Oh, can you detect locate items or anything if it's close by?
What? Well, I didn't think about that.
It's just an
I've got it.
I
Locate
really
item.
wish that I had seen visibility right now.
I'm just pulling up her character sheet. Oh my me.
If we think we're close, I can try to locate item, locate object,
That would
either
yeah, that
scant
would
or what do you want me to locate?
You're not familiar with the item, are you?
I can just ask for the nearest professor orb.
That might work.
There aren't many professor orbs in the world.
Well, I mean, I know that she stole it, but I guess it's worth a shot. I don't really know. I mean, we are. If it's over there in that tent, I don't know what would stop you from going inside either. So there's that. It just depends on if you want to use the spell beforehand or not.
Well, I was
Might need
just
it later.
thinking
I don't know.
She might have either her live or dead body may have that on her person. It might be able to show us her presence.
Mesh, did you already use detect thoughts?
Yeah, at least in the igloo. Or tent.
Oh, and there's nothing?
No.
Forgive my paranoia, but this woman of yours, can she possibly shapeshift herself into an animal?
That is a great question. I don't exactly remember what she has prepared in her spellbook at all times, but I'm sure that it's quite possible that she could use the polymorph spell. She is a member of the Arcane Brotherhood, after all.
Okay, guys. Are we on agreement that I could perhaps go up there and try and speak to it? And if you see anything go wrong, come to my aid?
I think you're the best person for the job. I will ready myself. And I'm gonna
sneak around back. I'm gonna sneak around back and have you go in the front.
Yes, I can work in as a distraction.
As the healer, I'd like to go with you. I don't need to have you with you.
That's fine. I think 2 is probably max amount of people who should come.
I'll just carry.
Well, maybe I should hang. Maybe I should hang back and use
Devii, you should hang back. You're the one person Nas would recognize.
I didn't think about
True.
that. Do I have disguise self?
Would she think
I have disguise tools.
Like,
who has the disguise
If
hat?
I was a tool.
Oh, we have a disguise hat.
I have it.
Yeah.
I have the disguise hat. I have the disguise hat.
I
do.
If she's here,
Can I
she'll probably see by now.
I can use the disguise hat.
I forgot we had the disguise hat.
But they don't recognize you. They do
wouldn't
recognize
you anyway.
Yeah. You know what?
Oh wait, can I give it to?
I'll hang back. I won't go forward. I'll just.
Can I give the disguise hat to Devii then?
But I think you need a short rest.
I'll go with, if we're sending a healer with Goldy, I'll tag along with
someone
him.
to protect.
Oh, how does it work?
Bombarded by
I'm sure nothing will happen.
So you can use this. You can use it at will while wearing this hat. You can use the action to cast the disguise self spell from it at will. The spell ends if the hat is removed. So you can just use this, Devii.
No, it's not
she
that I
needs
don't want
attunement.
to use it.
She does need attunement.
I do need to tune, but.
Oh, do you? Oh, yes.
Alright, we're close enough, right? That,
alright, yeah.
Are we within visual distance?
You're right.
I'm gonna say that you guys are within about 200 feet of this thing.
Yeah, I think if she saw me, she probably already see me by now if she's there to be able to see. So.
Okay.
Next time, though, if we have a time that I need to do it, let me know.
It needs a tuning, yeah. In that case, then, Goldy, do you want me to go with you? Because if it goes south, you know, I'm good at close quarters and I can just like be ready.
I'll
know
sneak
that
around back, so
Breker
I'll be
said
there.
Breker said he was going, so I guess if you want Breker and Cal, or
Yeah, it's up to you, Goldy.
I do believe that 2 people are maximum in this situation. Chalcedony, you do
Yes.
have that. What is that weapon of yours?
guitar.
Scimitars?
Scimitars, yes, but you also have a long range weapon, do you not?
Yeah, I have both my longbow and my crossbow.
Which you may watch our backs with that. Pay attention to everything that happens. You see anything go wrong, you strike.
Okay, I will ready the crossbow then.
Thank you.
So I'd like to ready my crossbow. I'm gonna load up a bolt.
All right.
Mesh, do not do anything that will alarm them, okay? You're just there
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna
investigate.
be running around back slowly, sneaking out. I have my dice set. I haven't set anything up even.
Right then. I suppose me and Breker should be heading off then. Keep your eyes open.
All right. I would like those people that are moving where they're planning on moving to move their tokens. Where they're intending, I will not punish you for moving like wherever you want to go. Just so I have an idea of like your intent on the map.
Rob, can I whip out a detect magic as we head over there?
Yeah, sure.
Just whip it out.
Take myself
Big
here.
fat one.
Fucking
Just rip it.
right out on it, slam it onto the table.
Let it rip.
Right on the snow.
A meaty thud.
Yikers. Stand by. Is it this one?
Why is
No.
my roll 20 not loading?
Oops.
I can't get roll 20 to work.
Something wrong?
Do you need
I
to
just-
refresh it?
15 times already. Just stuck on loading.
I
Really?
don't know why this is the way it is.
Do you want to try signing out and signing back in again, Mash?
I might have
I just signed in.
Okay.
might have to send this to the person
Let me
else.
try
a different
Firefox.
way.
Waterfox.
Alright, 1 second. I actually need to open another tab because this is not working the way I want it to. Nope, not that one. Oh, you know what? It might just be in here.
I hope I don't get my finger fell off.
Pardon me.
And it's definitely not, huh? Interesting. I have a handout that I can give you guys, but it's not the one I'm looking for. Odd. 1 second. Maybe I can find it over here. Oh, I see. It might be in the appendices.
Oh, wow.
Man, this is the one thing I couldn't find all week.
Oops.
I'm gonna see if I can find it in the back here.
I may have some in the back.
Standing next to Goldy. How much you bench, bro?
A lot?
15 boulders.
Like 2 moose, or are we talking a 3 moose situation here?
All right, well, we're just gonna leave it at this because I can't figure it out.
Moose.
It might be in a supplementary thing that I was supposed to figure out, and I don't have that pulled up currently, so we're gonna leave that as it is. All right. As you guys approach, I would like both of you, if you're planning on being stealthy, to make a stealth check.
I'm also
No,
going in the back.
I am not making a stealth check.
I'm holding
no.
back.
Mesh, I will say that if you would like to stealth, that is fine, but there is nothing that you can stealth at. So
Except the snow.
it's just being quiet rather than
Isn't it
being
us?
hidden. That's
being
it's
low and trying to get behind snow piles or something.
Get
It's
low,
flat.
get low.
like there's just snow drifts and stuff. It's like a tundra. So good luck. You guys can roll stealth checks, but it's literally just for your sounds of approaching. I'm just gonna let you guys know that as being transparent.
I'm not going with them, by the way. I'm going around and behind.
I mean, that doesn't really matter. You're just taking a
He's
longer
just being
path to do the
John
same
Cena.
thing.
Yeah, but I won't be
He's hiding
in
behind
line.
Goldy.
I won't be in line of sight from the entrance, basically.
Okay, I mean, I just want to reinforce this is not an igloo. It is a tent.
Okay.
tent.
Okay.
And
DM.
the little area for ice fishing has been completely frozen over.
Okay. DM, how far away are the rest of us from
200 feet.
Sorry. Say that again,
You're
please.
200 feet from the tent.
200. We're 200 feet away. Okay,
You're
well,
very
can't
far
use
away.
it. We'll have to get closer then, I think, to be within range. My longbow is 150 foot. I think.
Remember, to not be seen.
If anyone else wants to do anything, please speak up now.
So I need to get
Just
within
waiting to
range.
see what happens, really.
I suppose during the journey, I'm just gonna touch Shine and just say, we're gonna meet an animal. We're gonna try and befriend it, but please be cautious.
I'm going to get closer so that I'm within range using my longbow, not the crossbow, because that's within 150 foot. So I'm going to go at least like 100 foot closer. And ready my longbow.
She's just a scarf, isn't she? Just wrapped around my neck. Uichi is fur.
Pretty much. Devii, Vanvalor, and Torterra, anything else? Or are you going to stay back?
Staying back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, Breker. You ready?
As you approach, the kind of odd nature of this area and the kind of normal just snowfall and freezing cold temperatures starts to just feel like it's slowly creeping in, kind of penetrating the thickness of your clothing. It just gets more and more creeping and bone chilling as you guys keep approaching. And when you do get close, it's uncanny how it's almost simultaneous at the same time that the back of the tent picks up the couple of pings of the detect magic spell, which will be, I believe, divination magic, and I think evocation magic. And at the same time, you see the weasel stand up on its hind legs as you approach, dash back to the kind of the door frame, and speak.
Can we hear it from here?
No, just those that are close.
Yeah.
Guess I didn't need to be here.
Gods, I was afraid no one would find us.
Hello. Need not be worried.
And this current form, yes.
What are you doing out here?
Looking for something. And trying very desperately to find it, I'm afraid.
Okay. Understand that we mean you no harm. Just saying that out loud.
Okay.
This is good.
As I'm getting closer behind the tent, or do I get anything from detect thoughts?
Can you detect thoughts of only certain things, right? Or is it does it affect animals?
Check. Certain creatures. Any one creature. If the creature has a intelligence of 3 or lower, or doesn't speak a language, I can't do it. That's the limit, I think.
Okay, then yeah, you don't detect anything.
We've been fleeing 10 towns, the destruction of 10 towns down the coast here, looking for any real way to resume our lives as fishermen. Is there any way we can warm up in your tent for a few minutes? It's bitterly cold out here. Maybe we can help you find what you're looking for.
I'm gonna say this is borderline deception, so please roll deception for this.
May I help?
What are you gonna say to help him out? You didn't say anything.
Yes, my hometown of Longony was completely decimated. My family, they are gone.
I'm gonna say just flat roll. Sorry, Goldy.
13.
I should have lied more instead of told the truth.
See that weasel kind of cock the head to the side a little bit. Take a couple sniffs. Mesh, what was your stealth score?
28.
Okay. I'm gonna say that passes. Let's see here. The weasel kind of contemplates. It doesn't actually say anything. It just dashes into the tent.
Maybe we scared it off, Breker.
Maybe a different strategy.
Just gonna stroke shine at this moment. They're there. They're there.
Didn't really give you an answer, but didn't really decline either.
Well, head on in, Goldy.
I give Breker just a deep stare.
Watch out in the back of the tent. Something's going on back there. Something magical.
Hearing that, or not hearing that, but because they've gotten to the tent and we can see them going in, I'm like, well, you start going forward a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna open the tent with my hands, but I'm gonna make sure my body's stretched out. Just like that. So I can see what's inside before I actually go in.
Okay. When you go inside, it's pretty Spartan, actually. And because this is just a cursory glance, I'm not gonna have you roll anything for this. But it's like there's just a lot of snow in here, actually, which is a little disconcerting. And oops, this is not the right track. I wanted to do this one. As you look in, half buried in the snow near the corner of the tent is a backpack. And next to the backpack is even more buried, a kind of what you would look like a fetal position person. Just kind of like holding on to something, but it's like mostly covered, so it looks like they're holding on to something like this, close to their chest, and is facing the corner of the tent, like away from you, and the snow is almost all over the head and like the arms and stuff. You can just basically see like the shape and the body shape of this like fetal position person, and the outside of the shape of the snow you can see like the shoulder kind of poking out, and then maybe like an ear and like some hair kind of scattered throughout the snow, but just mostly covered. And it looks to be a blue frozen corpse.
I go to sit down on one side and say, is that a person? Who is that?
Yeah, that's a person.
Is that someone? Who is that?
Why don't you go take a look and look?
I will go investigate the body. Investigate. What's wrong with me?
Okay. Give me an investigation check, please.
Jump to roll or just?
Yes.
Cool. 7.
More of a check just to see if you roll a 1. There is a very large parka, super thick, multiple robes. You're uncovering and just kind of moving snow around. It's really not very effective, but you can see there is a pair of round, almost Harry Potter-esque glasses, dark black raven hair, a very young human face that is tight with pain, that looks to be slowly relaxing, but because of the nature of being frozen, some of the muscles were tensed and froze that way upon death. In the arms, there seems to be holding some sort of book, and in one of the hands, it's contorted in a circular round shape, but oddly, there's nothing there. And as you're kind of investigating this and maybe having certain things kind of sink in, Breker's probably somewhere near the threshold of the tent, observing. You can kind of feel the wind pick up behind you, Mesh, on your side as the other party members kind of come close. Just trying to looking at this kind of sad image. And then as you're looking and maybe even sit back a little bit, kind of taking in the scene, Breker, you and Goldy see coming from underneath of the body a blue aura that just kind of comes up in front of you, wearing the exact same clothes as the body and staring at both of you with her arms crossed, is the exact body of what you're looking at in what looks to be a spirit form.
Goldy, I didn't sign up for ghosts, mate.
You don't know that. It could be a genie. I heard they're blue.
Don't fool yourself.
Sorry.
Got a little
Can
too
I hear
cold
this
for you out here?
conversation based on how close I am?
How close did you want to get to the tent?
Probably like 10-15 feet.
Okay, then you need to move that close to the tent. Okay. You can start hearing people talking inside. Some quiet voices.
I'm gonna straight up. What do I call you?
Call me by my name, thank you very much. My name is Nas Lentmere.
Nas Lansmere.
Lantomir.
Lantomir. Wow, messed that up already. So why do you still linger?
Because I didn't find what I was looking for.
What were you looking for? Way
The
out
codicil,
here,
of course.
Ice.
Had to outdo my brethren.
I'm starting to send a
this
message
familiar's master.
to the group in the back.
Alright, dare I ask, what exactly can you do right now?
I can do plenty, but I'm restricted to this area. Unfortunately, around that. She points to the corpse.
I'm going to turn to Breker. What do you think?
Well, if we can lay her soul to rest, that would align with the motivations of Tyr. So if we can help find what you're
Kind of
looking
like,
for.
as you're talking, pushes straight through Goldy's body, just kind of phasing through it, and comes up towards Breker and kind of like rests standing. And you just feel this chill beyond belief going through your whole body as she does so. And Breker in front of you, she just says,
I will not be laid to rest, thank you very much. My work is not finished.
You couldn't have gone around me?
Efficiency, mister. Unfortunately, I don't know your name yet.
My name's Goldy.
Well, the pleasure is all mine. So, would you like to help me out?
First off, what exactly are you trying to find?
The codicil, of course. I need the codicil of light. It's the only way that I can get ahead of my compatriots and figure out where this bloody city is.
Well, the closest city is over 100 miles away right now, and it's gonna be a hard sell for us to take your body that far.
You could probably be persuaded with information, I assume. Probably have more than you have at this point. I am a step ahead.
Well, let me just stop you there. What riches and untold plunder are you gonna promise for the lovely task of carrying a corpse 100 miles?
A city about 100 miles away, say, with untold riches and magic. Yeah, I could say that probably fit the bill pretty good.
Where is this codicil then?
If I knew where the codicil was, then I would be there, wouldn't I? I was in the process of trying to find it. But in the middle of it, my ship went down and all of the people in it. And so I found myself here trying to just stay warm to get on the next day, and something happened overnight.
What do you mean something happened?
Well, clearly I'm dead now.
Sounds like you didn't just freeze to death. Did something else happen?
Hell if I know. It was damn cold, that's for sure, but that shouldn't have killed me.
I'm gonna turn to the animal. What happened? You were here, weren't you?
the animal just cocks its head and looks at you strangely. And then the ghost of Nass kind of just face palms a little bit with two fingers on the middle of the forehead, just kind of rotating it.
Could I just look at the body and did it die of hypothermia?
I'll give you a medicine check. The other group members, if 19. You guys would like to be close,
nice.
It's up to you guys. What you want to do?
I want to look at Jodie and be like, hey, you want to start an apple?
I've sent a few short messages describing what's roughly happening, not in detail.
So I'm a little bit away from the main group because I went closer, so I could be in range with my.
I'm next to you now, though.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, let's go even closer.
If I can feel Mesh in my mind, I'd be relaying to Mesh as well, Nass here. She's dead. Does not have the codicil.
To Mesh.
Okay.
He's thinking I'm detecting thoughts, basically.
Yeah, you're starting to detect a little bit of someone just in there. There's another person in there.
So Nass, where's the codicil?
That's what I just got done telling you. I don't know where it is. I was in the process of using Mr. Scant to find it.
You know
Let
what?
me get this straight here. You're looking for something, you don't know where it is, and the reward is taking a dead body 100 miles away for endless riches. It's kind of a hard sell, mate.
Well, what the hell are you doing here then? If you don't want to do it, you can just leave.
Alright, look, I'm gonna provide you with some free information right now. There was a massive dragon attack, if you can even call it a dragon. Zadoral crafted this huge metallic dragon. It leveled 10 towns. There's only 2 remaining, one of which is in critical condition at this point. Are you sure what you're looking for isn't already destroyed?
I'd assume that this magical city doesn't give a shit about 10 towns. So yes, I'm assuming it's still around.
How can you be so sure? How do you know the destruction of the dragon didn't destroy it?
Well, because I came here, and I was led to where the place was going to be, which is this expanse, not just the 10 towns. But then I died, and now the Professor Orb is somehow gone. So this is
so the
lovely.
thing you're looking for, sorry.
Who is
The
this
thing you're
professor?
looking for is here then.
What's that?
Who is this professor you're traveling with?
Well, it's a Professor Orb. Portable orb that I've been using. His name is Mr. Scant. Been helping me. Just asking
And
for
you said
information.
you lost that too?
Well, I had it up until I died. So I was quite far ahead of most of my compatriots up until that point.
You keep mentioning other compatriots. Are they here with you as well, or?
Oh, the devils, no. They thought that I was too risky to take with them and that I was not well trained. But, well, clearly I had all of the tools that they didn't have. And I made it here first.
I was like, clearly, as you look at the dead person.
You're dead.
So would it be alright with you if we dug through your belongings looking for Professor Orb? Did he fall, or?
I've already done that. It's not here, I can assure you. With my little familiar still kicking around, I'm not sure even how it's working still, but he's not been able to find anything on my behalf.
So, from what I can gather, you're here still searching this location. Wherever it is, it's here. Right?
Not entirely correct, but if you would like to believe that, then sure. I already told you that I have to abide by certain restrictions, so I'm just kind of waiting for some silly adventuring party to come out here and help me out.
You must understand that if we take you back to town, what will there be? What will there be for you? Everything's destroyed. They're barely managing as it is.
I
The
don't
refugees.
care about the towns, Goldy. I just want the
what do you
city
wanna do?
of magic. That's the only reason I came here.
Do you
And
have
that's why I
any
hired a
leads
pirate ship. Why else would I come here on anything else?
Do you have any leads on the Professor Orb then?
She just blinks at you. I feel like I just explained this.
Do I need to make a stealth check if I get that close? I want to like be listening.
Yeah, I'll say you guys can hear it by now.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you. When I died, I don't have any recollection of how the death was performed, because I was sleeping in the process. And second, I had the orb, and then I died, and I came out like this. I searched everywhere, and it was no longer there, and even in my dead fucking clutches, there should have been an orb.
I'm going to turn to Breker and say, I think we need help. Wouldn't you agree?
Let's get Torterra to scour the campsite here. I'd kind of whistle, and this would be a signal that I've worked out with Mesh in the past. It's not quite go time, but it's just the like all clear sign.
Yeah, I signaled everybody it's relatively safe, kind of.
Every time it shows up.
Not to blindside you here, Nance, but we're here with a friend of yours.
I don't have any friends from the Arcane Brotherhood. They were all asses to me.
Fine, we have an ass here for you.
Well, then you can keep it. I'd rather not.
I feel that she can help you. You are a dead corpse after all.
Well, I'm infinitely more useful than those from the Brotherhood, I can assure you.
Well, Nas, perhaps in your present state, you might want to change your tune a little bit. If you've got no information for us and no leads and nothing really to offer us here, one of the Arcane Brotherhoods is still kicking around, where it's a lot easier to just leave your corpse here.
She just folds her arms.
Listen, I'm not trying to make you my enemies. You guys are just being very resistant.
Nas, I am trying to help here. You're a dead body stuck here in the cold with no information, no leads for us.
You didn't even want to help me from the outset. You can't see that. You didn't want to do anything that has any adjacency to help.
What we were offering to take your corpse hundreds of miles to your magic city.
You were not. I was asking for that, and you were giving me all the reasons why you didn't want to do it.
I was looking for incentive.
Then I have none. I am a dead human that wishes to fulfill their life's work in death. What do you want from me? You are a living person.
You must understand our cautiousness. This all seems a rather...
Listen, Goldy, if you didn't know, your cautiousness would have killed you. I could have just possessed you and taken your body, and none of you would have been the wiser. I would just masqueraded as your silly ass.
I think
Maybe,
I'd like to just go in now.
I also feel that if you did take over my body, you would have already.
Exactly, because I want to do this on even terms so that I can go against the Brotherhood and give you the information that you're after. I'm a little bit more calculated than my companions.
Yes. Long time no see.
So you do have information you're withholding from us.
What do you mean?
You just said you wanted to give us information that the Brotherhood you didn't want to give to anyone else in the Brotherhood.
That's exactly right, but you told me that you have a Brotherhood member with you, and I don't want to give them any information because I want to be ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Mesh. Mesh is outside the tent. Yeah. So I'm gonna walk over him and say, "Do you know what's going on? They've been in there for ages. But you don't think there's any danger?"
There's no danger. She's frozen and in a spiritual form, apparently.
Who's frozen?
Nas. The one we're looking for.
Rob, can you try to persuade here?
Hang on. I'm letting other people do something first, and then I'm going to address what Cari said.
Is that the person that Velen was talking about?
Yeah. She's frozen and
can't get up.
Asking for us to help.
Dallan's just staying outside.
Frozen dead? Like dead?
Yeah,
dead?
Relatively, but she's in some spiritual form using magic.
Okay.
Like trying to come to an agreement, but I don't think it's gonna go her way.
Maybe we should get Velen over here then.
Yeah, I did signal everybody, so I'm assuming they're
Velen
she's outside of the tent already, but she's being resistant to going inside.
Also, she's near us then.
Yeah, and then Devii has gone to the front of the entrance, in which case she said hello to Nas.
Wait.
I recognize you.
Put a spell in.
I'd kind of remind them. You may have met her on a ship.
You were the medic, weren't you? Oh, yes. had to do something for the captain in order to retain my commands. I had to cast something on the... Yes, well, I'm very sorry if you had any sort of damage to you. That was captain's orders, I'm afraid.
Nobody on the ship are good eggs.
Well, at least that's something I found to agree on today. Thank you. Yes, none of them are good eggs. They are all as rotten as it comes.
I'm gonna ask Cari to pass me the Ring of Warmth. Goodness.
Yeah, sure. So I'll just pull it out and hand it to Mesh. What are you thinking, Mesh?
I'm thinking somebody has to go down and find the orb. If it's not here, it's gotta be down in the water somewhere.
Could I head out the tent and ask Torterra, like, can you see if there's anyone been through this campsite before us?
Do I have any particular ability that would help me ascertain that?
Maybe tracking or survival or something like that.
Let me check my sheet.
I know it's been snowy, but
I mean, you can kind of use your sheet or you can use your noodle. Like whatever you want to do, I'm down to work with.
If someone came in after she died, maybe. Or maybe it sprouted legs and walked away.
Yeah, it's kind of up to you guys what you want to do.
By the way, is that
it's a little ways off. It's a little ways off,
Right.
yeah. But I'd say it's probably more than 1,000 feet away from you. Probably more than that. So I'm kind of guesstimating here.
I just wondered what Mesh said about going into the water.
It's like way off in the distance. I'd say it's probably like in your sight line, but you're not quite there yet. You can see the jutting things in the snow and the ice, but you can also see something that kind of vaguely looks close to a ship shape. You're not quite sure. It's like there's a lot of things that are jettisoning out of there, but there's one of them that looks a bit thicker that's closer, and it doesn't seem to be moving with the snow, like with the moving ice, kind of back and forth. It's like the only thing that's kind of stationary. Maybe your best guess is you can probably start there, and at worst, it's probably just a non-moving iceberg.
Yes. Did you share with the captain your mission? Did he know about the orb?
Absolutely not. I had to use most of the money that I had acquired beforehand to pay him off.
What was your deal with him?
Well, he was supposed to bring me up here and drop me off.
And what did he get?
Oh, a lot of money. A lot. Yeah.
I was just thinking perhaps if he survived, maybe got the orb, but if he didn't tell you anything about it. I was just saying that if he survived, maybe he came and got the orb from you after you died, but if...
Well, I can assure you I was by myself when I got here. There was no one left.
You said so yourself, you don't know what happened upon your death.
Yes, but I died here, I didn't die there.
Right, but if he was alive, he might have followed you.
But he didn't.
Well,
Here's your last memory.
I've been here for a long time, and if he was coming nearby, I would have seen him. Because even in death, I have a monitor in this area. With my weasel.
Are you limited to the tent? Or how far can you see?
Well, I can only use Zelena myself within about 200 feet. So I'm pretty limited by how far away from the body I can get, and Zelena is definitely not quite strong enough to move the body.
I'm wondering if instead of moving the whole body, if I were to grab one of your bones and huck it 30 feet, would that allow you to move further?
Several answers for you. First of all, how dare you? And second, no, wouldn't work.
I was trying to be respectful, and I didn't just huck your bone by yourself. I'm looking for a slightly easier way to transport your earthly remains.
That's fair. She folds her arms.
I'm just gonna quite quietly say to Breker, you said huck. I'm just saying.
Chuck?
I'm gonna walk in the tent and
she has a point.
I guess since we're not in combat, I can try to start attuning to the ring.
Now there are other ways of doing this, but it requires a host that I can maintain.
You need to possess someone to come with us.
That's right, but we can make this a bit more of a situation in which you are privy rather than forced. Because I'm a polite individual.
Does it have to be a person or an animal?
I say no. Animal or person. I don't like it.
Okay.
No,
I'm just saying.
I'm not necessarily having to make the deal with just you, Devii, but you know.
I usually don't play this card, but I am the leader of this.
Oh, she said it. She said the thing.
She's
You know, I don't really like you anymore. I liked you better when you were in subservience. But
Jodie,
it's alright.
Jodie, she said she's the leader. She finally
Boss
I
made
didn't
man.
really like the captain
Boss
either.
Ring says no.
Isn't that Devii?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, I wasn't listening. Sorry,
Wait,
I
so-
I do have a
zoned out
question
a
for you,
second.
Devii. What if I do it
Say it.
anyways?
Say that again?
I said, what if I do it anyways? What are you going to do then?
I wouldn't approve of it, but if you do it without someone's will, at least they get a save from it.
I could hack together an exorcism.
Just troll
Okay.
together.
Just like that.
Alright, tell you what.
I just
That
want to
being
back
said,
up
Naz,
this
I
whole
don't think
discussion
we're- I don't
as just
think-
saying this isn't the purpose of our discussion, so let's just avoid that altogether, shall we?
I agree, Ness. I do not think that's an outcome we should be striving for. This
Just saying it's a
predicament.
matter of convenience, if you will.
Okay, I turn to Devii and I motion towards my bag of tricks,
Oh,
reminding her I have full control.
it's,
You guys deal with this. I'm gonna head out. Just do what you need to
it's
do.
always the bag of tricks for every situation.
We can.
That's
we
kind of
have
her
to-
giving you the okay
I'm
without
just saying. I'm just saying. She does anything. Back you go.
I kind of want
We
to head
too.
out because I feel like we're not getting anywhere with her, so I kind of want to get talking with Velen, and since Velen's not in here.
Yeah.
Just don't want to tell you any information if you're going to share it with another member of the Arcane
I
Brotherhood.
didn't say that.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying as far as
Now
Naz is
that I'm
concerned,
dis-
she wants to give you information, but she can't. Because you have another member, and she's not willing to divulge it unless you cut ties.
Right.
Rob, now that I'm this close, I'm still not picking up proper thoughts, right? It's just faint stuff.
I mean, I've already told you, Mesh, unless you have a sight line of that person within 30 feet, you get nothing. You get there, they're there.
And I'm in the tent now.
Okay, well, I
I'm
missed that
getting-
part of the discussion that you got
I
in
don't
there.
remember you coming in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I didn't...
Yeah, I'm in the tent.
Okay,
I'm
if you're
just-
coming in
I'm
the
just by
tent,
the wall.
then yes, you can get something where she's very reluctant. She's like, I don't want to share anything with this group because they're not going to cut ties with Velen or whatever the Arcane Brotherhood member that they've... I don't remember if you guys mentioned Velen, but she's...
We didn't. We haven't.
We didn't.
Yeah, she's saying, I don't want to do anything if they're doing anything with the Arcane Brotherhood. I need to make sure that she's just basically talking about her plan in her head. She's like, I can't give them anything until this happens, and if they're doing that, then I can't tell them where the codicil is. That's all she's thinking.
I look at Breker and nudge him. Do you think you want to do this truth zone thingy? And I could do the opposite part of it. Would that work on a spirit?
I'm not sure. Probably. Rob, would I know that?
What was the question?
Does Zone of Truth work on ghosts?
What does the spell say?
A creature that enters the area for the first time makes the charisma saving throw. On a failed save, the creature can't speak a deliberate lie within the radius. Does not say anything about ghosts.
Then you have your answer there.
Is a ghost a creature? That probably would work. But I think the card's there. Well, Nas, I think our best counter offer here is we got this fellow here, Goldy, with a bag of tricks, which means we pump out an animal every 24 hours.
Also, I've given you what NAS looks like on the screen.
Cool drawing.
We're on roll
Oh
20.
wow.
On roll 20, yeah.
She frozen. Oh wait, this is the ghost.
What is that? Oh, it's
So
a stick. Okay.
The ghost has clothes on. It's
That's
interesting.
Moaning Myrtle.
Ghost
Yeah.
clothes.
Yeah, she
Moaning
looks very
Myrtle.
much like Moaning Myrtle. Mm-hmm.
Most ghosts usually have clothes on.
Also, the stick is supposed to be a wand or a staff, I believe. Yeah.
Right.
So that's kind of the offer, Nas, is we give you an animal host, you come with us. I think it's more than fair that
Animal
if we do
host won't
find
work,
your
unfortunately.
forgotten city, you get credit. I mean,
I can't
there's
possess
value
that.
for us in the city, but I couldn't care who gets the discovery credit.
Unfortunately, I can't possess animals. So this is a
Damn.
lose-lose for me.
I sadly put my bag away.
So we have 2 steeds that could carry a body fine.
I don't think the body does anything. I think it's the ghost.
So does
Right.
the,
I thought she said she had to be around the body. So if we take the body, then
that's what
Isn't that like an anchor?
I thought she said as well, that she needs a body.
am I
Just
correct
cut.
in that, Rob? Yes. Okay. So
No,
So we can put the body on
Wrap it
on the
on-
bag of Tricks animal instead.
I was thinking that. Just like, come on, great
Body
elk.
bag.
It's
Oh,
a
no,
weasel.
no,
Okay, weasel.
It
Pull it.
wouldn't work. She wouldn't fit in a bag of holding, right? Because she needs to.
I
Dude,
don't
do you know
like
that?
Oh my god, that just
Hang on,
reminded
hang
me.
on,
that is
hang on. There is a way that she could fit in the bag of holding. I'm just saying she's dead, okay? So I'm just.
Breker would be like, we are
I
not
don't like that.
desecrating a body.
No.
now. Okay. I'm gonna turn to Chalcedony, who I overheard say that went. No. And that's it.
I'm just saying she would fit that way.
It's a pretty good question. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
carry her and your back
what?
then, Goldy. You're the strongest one.
You know what? I could hopefully summon an animal that could. I'm just saying we have options. If it comes to that.
And I just gave one option, that's all.
Can we? Maybe Van and I can talk to Vlen.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, we should probably.
Can we do the locate orb thing, Cry?
The what?
The locate orb strat. Have you done that? We haven't done that, right?
But I thought we'd done that already, didn't
No, but I think we were gonna have Vlen do that because she's actually seen it. Although
doesn't have the spell.
Breker can.
She doesn't have the
What?
spell.
She doesn't have the spell. Okay, Breker can. He just has to have it described.
I'm sure that Velen could accurately describe
Yeah.
Professor Orb to us. You guys go talk to Velen, see what she wants to do.
Is Velen's token on here?
No.
Okay, I'll just imagine that she's in front of me then.
Imagination.
Imagine a world where Velen is in front of you.
Dallan is pretty much outside while you guys are all in, talking with her, kind of pacing.
Well, I had
starting
already
to
come
attune,
out
by
and-
the way.
I had come out a while ago to talk to Velen.
Mesh, you can't do anything with the attunement unless you're in a resting process. So if you do any investigation, any skill checks at
Yeah,
all,
I'm just
you will
chill- I'm
break
just
it, and you
sitting
need an
down and
hour.
chilling. Yeah, I'm just sitting down chilling.
Okay, that means no detect thoughts, Mesh.
Yeah.
Like, you can do nothing during this attunement process. Okay. Who is outside now?
I think it's just me
I never
and
went
Devii, me, Devii, Fish, and
I've
Who's
been
token-
moving
who's
my
token is
character
this
where I
one?
am, so I'm
That's me.
outside.
oh, so it's just us then.
Okay. Fish, did you want to resolve anything that you were looking at earlier? That you would like to do in
Oh
relation?
shoot! What was...
Checking to see if any people have come and looted this area.
That was what Breker asked me to do, right?
Yeah.
We asked if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's right. So that would just be an investigation check.
I mean, it's. I don't know what you want to do exactly. Are you like trying to use your survivalist background, or are you trying to like just turn over things? I mean, it's pretty much just like an empty campsite. I don't know what exactly you're wanting to do here. So as long as you tell me what you want to do, then I can tell you.
You were asking me.
I mean,
Well, what was your thoughts?
if someone, can you figure out if someone's been here? Maybe look for tracks or any signs of life around here.
Basically,
have
has
been
someone come in and
slightly more
taken the
recent.
orb, right?
Right.
It's a bit of a stretch, but
I mean, even a cursory look without any skill checks is not going to reveal any footprints whatsoever around this area.
That was why I was initially confused, because I was like, I can like track animals and stuff in an Arctic environment, but I didn't think there was any particular skill I had that would be able to tell if there was anything missing.
The other side of this would be if you just wanted to do something that's not listed on the character sheet, we can work with it. So like if you want to do something a little bit off kilter, then you come up with an idea that you think might work, then let's roll with that. But that's up to you guys to figure out, not me.
Yeah, I can't think of anything right now.
Okay.
Me.
So you can tell Breker what you see and decide based off of that if you want.
No, it looks pretty clean to me.
I got that impression of the, was it Spaceballs combing the desert? I can't see shit.
We ain't found shit.
Are you guys gonna talk to Velen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just been
I just wanted to
waiting for it
resolve
happen.
whatever was going on with Torterra because we didn't actually circle back to that. Okay. Well, Velen's out there with you four. Or three. I don't remember who else is out there. And she's just pacing, like without regards to your guys' current position at all.
Velen, have you heard what's going on?
Yes, of course I've heard everything. I don't know what exactly to do.
You seem on edge.
She's dead. I don't know really what to do. If we just kill her, it's not going to do anything. If we try to make her demands, then she's just going to be upset at me, and it could be worse. I don't know what to do. What to do.
Is it possible you can make up with her?
She just like stops pacing and stares at you. The fuck do you think I'm going to do with someone who stole something from me that I'm very angry at?
Kiss and make up?
Yeah, that's a great idea, Chalcedony. How many people have you kissed in your lifestyle and have that happen after they've stolen something from you?
Or how many
of equivalent value?
A few. I mean, you'd be surprised.
How many heirlooms have you had stolen, Chalcedony? Exactly what I thought.
It doesn't answer.
If she's not going to give us any info, do you want to keep moving on?
I don't know. Knowledge is power, and she has the knowledge of where it is. But she doesn't know what the thing is, so we're at this information gap. Both of us don't know where the orb is, but she knows where the codicil is.
Can we? Okay. Can we? There's something she would. The only thing we have to bargain with is there's something that she wants. She's a ghost, so there's only one thing she wants. We could maybe, I'm just putting this out there, we could threaten her. How do you threaten a ghost? You can deny her what she wants by maybe dropping her in the sea, dropping her body in the sea, never to be found again. She's stuck there. She can never find what she wants. I'm just saying.
That's so quick to go there.
If we don't have anything to go on here, why don't we just go back to the ship?
Cal's got his hands on his hips.
Well, I don't think there's any bargaining to be put forth unless you would like to cut ties with me, because none of us are going to agree.
No, that's not gonna happen. I don't really want to work with a ghost.
I don't know if you want me to try to talk to her, but I think it's a risk. And so if you want me to talk to her, then that's up to you guys. But currently, I don't want to do anything that I'm not overstepping bounds with, because I'm here as a guest with your group. You are doing me a favor, and I don't want to overstep my boundaries.
Well, we need help. So is there anything that you Because you have necromancy magic, is there anything that you can do with this? Do you have a spell that can make her, like...
I can't make
talk
ghosts,
or...
unfortunately. This is something that happens when someone has an intense desire, hatred, or some form of sorrow that keeps them, that they have to fulfill in life when they are at the point of death. And then they linger, haunting the area in which they died in order to resolve that mystery. Or whatever that all-consuming thing is that they had before dying. So the only way for her to ever go away is to give her what she wants. Or somehow resolve her to be at peace otherwise, which is even more difficult than resolving the first one.
Felon, can you reanimate her corpse?
That is an interesting proposition. I would have to probably ask permission because she would most likely possess me and do it anyways. And then you would have Nas twice.
Interesting.
Devii, isn't your deity the one who moves souls across?
Yes, the one that doesn't like undead. What about it?
Isn't this kind of her territory?
Yeah.
Anything you can do with that? I don't understand it enough.
As far as I'm concerned, it's usually lost souls that are wanting guidance, and she's very much the strings of fate. But I could try to speak to her. But I also think we need to find the orb. She doesn't know where the orb is. We don't need the orb is. As far as I'm concerned, we don't need her.
We need the orb, but we can't proceed without the orb?
We have to find the orb.
Either way, the orb is the main next step, right?
Exactly.
Oh, so we can just ditch her.
If she doesn't know where the orb is, then we don't need her.
Well, supposedly, from my memory banks, she is a diviner. So even if she can't find it, there's a good chance that if she used any of her remaining spells in life, or has some of her equipment still, she could divine the location and find it anyways.
Oh, great. So we can, let's threaten her, and then we could... Devii, what else do you suggest then? Leader? Cal says with a tinge of sarcasm in his voice.
I didn't hear no sarcasm.
Well, I'm telling you, because I don't know if I can do it effectively. I'm telling you that's how we did it.
I feel like she's stubborn enough that something like that, she's just gonna yell at us as we drop her down. Like obscenities, she's not gonna.
If we try and grab her, she's gonna. If we try to do anything to her, she's gonna forcefully possess one of us. And then we have to fight one of us.
If she forcefully possesses one of us,
I'm not there, but I just have a cold shiver. Oh, when you say that.
She went through you.
What if we have somebody willing to let her possess them, but we tie them up? Then she has.
Wouldn't she just jump to another body?
Yeah. I think.
Can't tie us all up.
Would jumping to another body be like a new spell slot? Would Wellen know that? Would she have a limited number of jumps?
This is a ghost we're talking about, who happens to also be a wizard. You tell me.
You're the one with the Arcane Brotherhood.
How many ghosts do you know under our employ, Mr. Mesh? Because I can only think of one, and she's in that tent.
I mean, if someone needs to do it, someone needs to do it. For us to be able to get the information.
The possession is going to get you nowhere if I'm still here. I don't know how you keep missing this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if anything, she'll probably possess me and run me into the lake and then come back.
That worked. Inside the tent, Rob, you said there is a divine magic somewhere, right?
Yeah, all of the sources lead to that backpack. And one source that had the evocation magic in it is like, actually, now that you're getting close to it, is kind of just a mixture of all of the schools of magic. Very faint, and it's in what's her body is clutching in her hands.
Ness, would you do anything rash if I were to go through your belongings?
What do you want to know? I can just tell you what's in... Oh, sorry. That was my Velen voice. I could just tell you what's in there. I'm right here. You don't have to go fiddle-farting through my equipment.
At this point, anything of value that might help us find the orb.
Yes, of course. I have divination magic scrolls in there that are higher levels that I can't cast that I took with me before I got here. So I could find it. And I don't want to use them on the orb if possible.
Can I just grab those?
We haven't made any agreements. Why would I just give you my things? Seems fruitless for me, doesn't it? So much for making an agreement.
We're at an impasse then.
If you take my things, I have no bargaining chips. What do you want, Breker?
Well, our bargaining chip was we take you to the city with us, but you don't seem to want that city too badly if Valen's in the picture.
She didn't want me in the picture to begin with, and so I don't want her in my picture. Thank you very much. Our squabbles are our own.
If we give you the credit for the discovery and completely remove Velen from the list, does that sit well with you? Velen really just cares about getting her family heirloom back, the orb. And if she gets that back, I'm sure she's a little bit more accepting of you once more. I can't make any promises, but...
Well, listen. Velen was in charge of the group. She made, with the Brotherhood's advice and recommendations, to send them out here. I'm now here because I stole the orb and killed the witnesses, which were her stupid kobolds, because they wanted to take the orb back to their owner, and I got denied entry into this, and I have a bigger position of power at the Arcane Brotherhood, and they thought that I wasn't a good recommendation. So excuse me for taking my hands into the matter, because I hated getting left out, and I heard the conversation. She doesn't want to have anything to do with me.
It would be kind of a big fuck you to the Brotherhood if you were to be the discoverer, even in death.
I have no problems with the Brotherhood. My problems are with her. She was the one who made the decision, and that is who I stole the orb from. And then, when confronted with this, in 10 towns, in Luskan before we left, she denied anything that I had witnessed in that corridor, as if it never existed.
Alright, maybe we change the goalpost here a little bit. What do you want to not hostilely inhabit one of our corporal forms?
What?
What would it take for us to be able to leave here without you trying to person jack someone?
Person jack.
Well, if you leave, I'll wait for the next group. However long it takes, I'm not going anywhere.
She's not going anywhere unless we take the body and dump it in the sea.
If summer comes,
You're not
she's
there.
going somewhere.
You're not there.
No, I'm not there. I'm just saying, if summer comes.
You're not saying it because you're not there.
Cari's saying it.
That's metagaming.
As a joke. I'm not metagaming, I'm joking. Like, hey, if summer comes, the ice is gonna melt. It's gonna go somewhere.
Okay.
I'm not metagaming.
Rob, I think I'm gonna YOLO cast locate Professor Orb here. Hopefully Velen can describe it well enough for me.
Okay. I'll mark off the spell. Does it take 10 minutes to cast, I think? Sorry, I'm not an ass. I'm your dungeon master. How long does it take to cast? An action?
Action is the cast.
Yeah, you can mark it off then. What's the range?
1,000 feet.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna roll a dice.
Won't give us within the close to the sea.
Okay, you cast a spell, and I feel almost a sonar ping just go out. Gonna see this slight little like ripple come off of the snow around your feet and then dissipate into the wind very close after. And after a few moments of trying to expand out your senses and try to find this thing with the divining magic that you have, you don't get anything.
I'd tell the party the orb's not in 1,000 feet. Anyone have any other ideas?
Are you saying that? So can we hear what he's saying from where
I'm
we
assuming
are?
he had to come
This
out
was-
and talk to Velen for the
Okay.
information and then cast it.
Has
I'm
anyone checked
also
her
leaving.
hand to see if something's been pried out?
Velen's
Her
hand?
hands looks like she was
No.
holding it at one point, but
Yeah,
it's no longer
she's
there.
frozen with it as if she's.
Okay.
Has anyone checked to see if it's been pried out?
Devii, Breker made a medicine check to see how she was deceased, I believe, already.
Right.
But
Right.
you can make one if you want to go inside and do that.
Yeah, I think I'll
I
try.
will actually allow one more check on the body because it's different in category what you're
Okay.
looking for. You're not looking for the type of
Yeah.
death, you're looking specifically on the hand, right?
Right,
Okay.
specifically where her hand. I think that's not going to be amazing, but I do have good medicine. 18.
Good medicine.
Okay.
I think it's one less than Breker had. Do I have inspiration? Nope.
18. You notice that there seems to be some pretty big gash marks around her hand, but it doesn't necessarily look like the fingers have been broken because they're still intact. It almost looks like on the underside of where the hand is on the pinky side, there seems to be some slash mark on the
Like
palm.
they're trying to.
But it looks
Yeah.
almost like maybe a knife or a sword or something
Uh-huh.
that like ran across it. And you have a 19, so you can kind of see the direction of the slice kind of goes up before coming back, almost like an in and out motion.
Looks like someone came in here and pop, took it out. You might not remember it, but you got this cut here. You want to take a look at it yourself? She's talking.
She just kind of floats over and kind of inspects it
Right
and
there.
kind of nods.
Someone went.
Well, yes, I don't remember that injury. I can tell by the coagulated blood, or frozen rather, seemed to not bleed.
So somebody has it.
Must have been after I died.
It could have been also why you were asleep near death, in a state where you couldn't respond.
It's all so mysterious and aggravating. I'm gonna have to have
Look-
the inconvenience of death.
I will tell you this. You don't seem like a good person. And you
Thank you.
deserve what's happened to you. But you are a soul in need of going somewhere, and I'm not one to leave your body restless. So, I may not take care of you in the immediate time, but I will eventually plan to come back here and take care of you.
She... Give me an insight check.
Natural 20.
Really? What's the
No.
total?
It went.
What's the total? Do you break a 25?
25.
Ho, 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 ho,
I
ho,
just did a
ho.
25. I only have a 5 to my insight.
Whip out the keyboard for this one.
Ooh. Oh. That's in Japanese for interesting. I just said it without reading. I was like, wait, they don't know what I'm saying.
Sugoi.
Sugoi, wow.
What say you?
Okay.
can't spell for shit. Sorry, guys.
No problem.
Just as bad as you, promise. Probably worse. Probably worse.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Secrets are no fun.
All right.
Just keep that in mind.
Well,
That was not what I was expecting to hear.
That's my job.
well,
I didn't. plan to die, you know?
I don't think anybody, most people don't.
It's just so frustrating to wake up and not feel any warmer, you know?
This whole place is horrible. It's actually our goal to try and bring some warmth to this land. Perhaps we could lay your body to rest in a warm ground sometime.
I don't know if I'd even want to be buried. It's all just so depressing and aggravating. Holding on to something so tight only for it to never loosen your grip as you drift off into the afterlife, only to be back in the same frustrating position as you began.
Can I be in the room for this? If it helps. I've been there.
But you've been dead, with something that you valued clutching in your hands, only to awake it with a call.
Yes.
I don't see your ghost lying anywhere.
I don't remember you.
Trust me, my ghost, they lie next to me. It's better to go in peace than to stay alive, suffering, in anguish.
Yeah.
Well, I
agree
suffered
with-
both in life and now in death.
Fucking hell.
Well, what I think he's trying to say, and what I wanted to say, correct me if I'm wrong, Goldy. If you continue to hold on to the desire to find the city, it's just going to continue to be a lonely and cold existence. And it's not going to be worth it when you find the city.
She shakes her head. You
No.
don't understand. This is how I am now.
Why did you want to find the city so badly that you would take the orb and murder kobolds? Kobolds are sentient beings, by the way, so...
They were witnesses. They had to have died.
Right.
They were coming after me when I took the orb, and they were going to tell Dallan,
What?
so they died.
That's not the question. The question is, what caused you to murder someone and take the orb to find the city? What is the goal that's driving? What drove you to do that?
Honor. Reverence. Success. Recognition. Untold wealth. Discovery of something that you will be remembered past your lives.
Well,
The mystery of what could be there. The discovery itself could be interesting. This is my life's work. I'm a wizard.
I don't see how you wouldn't be willing if we could convince Dallan to let you come with us. Would you be okay with that?
I don't know if she'll ever forgive me for stealing everything from her.
She
killing her
doesn't have to.
companions and hating everything about them. I was the thing that caused them to break up. It was part of the plan. I needed them to break up so that I could get some more time to bide by myself to get out here.
But I didn't say she would forgive you. I said, would you be willing to work with us if she would let you come with us?
Understand everything you said. That is you to do in your own time with her, if you come along with us.
Because if you can come along with us and you work with us, then we could give you credit to finding the place, and you would be free to be released.
She kind of eyes her weasel. Devii, please make a persuasion check.
I get an advantage from Goldy because he was helping.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's what I'll do. Goldy, roll a d20. And tell me what you get. And if you roll above a 10, I will allow the advantage roll.
You got this, Goldy. We both rolled ones!
What? No!
So they got 11.
I rolled a natural 1! Yeah, we got 11!
How is that possible? Oh my god.
Do either of you have inspiration?
I do.
I don't.
I do.
You do?
I do.
Roll it again, roll it again. I don't want this to be a nat 1 because we're not going to get
Well,
anywhere.
you don't
with
have
this.
to roll again, Goldy. You can just give her the roll.
No!
Well,
You could
don't know.
multiply those 3 rolls together and they still wouldn't be enough.
My persuasion is an 8, so that's.
What? So hang on, that one doesn't count. I hope that one doesn't count.
Wait, did you roll again?
He rolled a 2.
No, he rolled twice and it was a 1 and a 2.
Can I
so
give my
can't do
inspiration to Devii?
Good
You can give
God.
your inspiration to Devii Mesh if you like.
Alright, go for it.
What a waste of time.
Well, that's terrible
If
inspiration.
it's another now, okay. That's a lot better.
That
So
fucking
12
acting for nothing.
12 plus 8. 12, 30, 40, 70, 80, 20. Dirty 20.
That was the DC.
Mesh, thank you. And also Goldie, thank you.
Oh.
Right.
What's
the way,
my next roll be 3? It's going
I
up in
didn't know-
numbers.
I didn't know we could give each other each the inspirations.
But the
we
hardest part
had.
is going to be getting Velen to say yes.
So now we need 2 more inspirations to use
Yeah.
on Valens.
Well, I have one. I have one.
I had an extra one that was in the way of the other one I had. That don't count. I've had a poor day.
I think I rolled a nat 20 right before I rolled that nat 1 too.
Why is it?
Can I also point out every time I'm about to speak, that's when my internet just fucks up. It likes it knows.
Really?
Have you noticed that? I'm about to
I
talk.
haven't.
That's twice this session.
I just thought it was your accent.
What?
We don't understand.
Your accent is blurry.
God.
As you do this persuasion check, and the conversation transitions a bit outside, and Breker's shaking his head, Velen starts to walk towards the tent. And listening to Devi's conversation from the door flap, kind of sneaks in a finger to kind of open up the thing and just kind of walks in. And Nas, looking distracted at this moment with Devii and Goldy. I think in this kind of tender moment, you guys are seeing that she's, despite the kind of death situation and this wild reality of speaking face to face to a ghost that you have found yourselves into, you start to see a little bit of her softness and her youngness as an apprentice. She looks to be a young prodigy of someone, younger than all of you, and with wit to match, I would say, or at least a little bit of attitude and sass. You see that kind of break a bit, and kind of see almost a frozen tear kind of get about halfway before freezing on her I guess, incorporeal skin. And she says,
Well, I suppose I could help you out. Just... There's no more hope for me. All I can hope is that someone else will do. Just find the... I don't even know what I'm here for anymore.
Well, the Raven Queen is in control of fate. Your fate has brought you to still be here. So perhaps there's a chance for you to do some good after all.
and Velen comes in and she says, Anas, you didn't give me enough time to patch things up. You just got so livid when I was trying to explain that you just blew up and then stormed off. I couldn't even rationalize with you. You were so angry. And I know that I lied to you, but I lied to you because I cared that you wouldn't do something brash. I did. I thought in my age I would have wisdom that would have been bestowed upon me to lie to you better so that you wouldn't be offended, but I was just trying to make it sound as if you were a valuable asset to our team, and well, frankly, us breaking up should have been your first indicator that we really weren't meant to be a very good team in the first place, since someone of your caliber of strength was just able to break us up so easily. We were never meant to be together. It was, well, I don't really think the Arcane Brotherhood thought that I, of all of the three of us, was going to be the one that had any success, to be honest with you. I felt like they were just sending me out here to die. And Nas kind of just like nods.
Dallan, I hated you. You got the ear of everyone, and I had worked under one of the 5 head archmages down at the host tower. Oh, I could have killed you too if I saw you sleeping, but I knew I couldn't. I needed the cover. I just need that recognition. I needed to be better than you. I needed to be better than all of you. I was the only one who even cared about Blackstaff. All of you just wanted to backstab them for your own means. Not Blackstaff, that's the host tower of the Arcane Brotherhood. What am I saying? To hell's with Blackstaff. I'm the only one that need to prove themselves. The rest of you are just out for it. Whatever it is that you were in for. I'll tell you right now where the codicil is. You have to promise me something. Velen. Well, I guess you don't have to promise me anything. I tell you anyways. It is the risk of giving information, is it not? I'll just tell you all. Let me at least read the codicil. Once. Let me see the city.
If Velen can read it first to make sure everything's okay, then I don't see why you can't read it or come see the city with us.
That's all I want. Let me see it. And if you can, I know there's magic out there that can bring me back. I don't want to be done yet. It's too soon. It's too soon.
Maybe you can try to take some time to speak to the Raven. That.
Death scares me. That's why I'm still here.
She's not dead.
Finished. I don't want to talk to your gods. I'm a wizard. I don't believe in that shit.
Okay.
I don't want to meet anyone's maker, let alone the one that will ferry me to whatever's next. I'm not exactly a desirable person to be around.
Dallan, you can just see is like trying to hold back tears and just kind of like nodding silently. She's like, I'll do what I can, but I'm only going to ruin your chances of coming back by making you into something unfavorable to anyone to be around you and twice as stinky. You're just going to be something that's walking around with no mind and no reason. Just a glorified butler.
I think you two are the same.
Rob, I know I don't have Revivify yet, but can I check the body? Is it preserved well enough to revive it?
You made your medicine check already. What did you get?
19.
You know that the Revivify spell requires a minute regardless of how well preserved something is. But
You can get the rest.
But the body does seem to be very well preserved because of the cold. Potentially doing something that... You know what? You can give me an Arcana check. You get more.
Can I help him?
I'm going to say no because you're not in there and actively
Okay.
messing with this kind of situation. This is more of a knowledge-based check. It's a little bit different.
9.
9. I will give you this. It's not just the cold. There's something else. You just can't figure out what it is.
I'd kind of convey this to Nass. I was like, your body's been well preserved. There's a chance that in a short period of time we'll have access to a spell that'll bring you back.
She kind of just nods through the tears and just like shrugs. Well, I don't know what we're going to do with her. Are we going to take her body with us? Are we going to leave it here? What's the protocol, Nass?
Well,
what do you guys want to do?
If she's coming with us, then we take her body.
No, we're doing that. We're gonna take her body.
You're carrying. You're carrying it.
Nas, what I was saying earlier, I was like you. I did the exact same things. The only real difference is that you died. For me, everyone else did. There were consequences to those actions, to be so rash, to have things so quickly. I know your circumstances are much different than mine, but I know also you deserve a second chance. You're gonna come with us. If we find a way to revive you, to bring you back into your body, so let's do that then. Let's bring you back so you can actually live a life. And hopefully this time you won't just grab everything you can. You'll actually try to live a proper life.
I don't want to be a burden. I'll just stay here. Just leave the body
No,
here
we're
and
bringing
then
with-
stay rested, and then you can just bring the codicil back here. It's too much of a burden to carry around.
Too lonely.
Listen.
I have nothing but time,
consider-
Devii. Nothing but time.
I'm gonna consider you my penance. I'm going to bring you back. You're going to be alive again. Not just for your sake, but for mine. You don't understand this now, but hopefully one day you will.
Well, bring the body. I don't know what'll happen if I cease to exist. So I will just fade to the background, and maybe I can answer some questions, but I can't fight with you. I refuse.
We'll figure out something.
Can't risk it.
I promise.
Kind of like reaches out to her weasel and mimes petting it. Weasel kind of trying to nudge into it and just kind of going through the body.
What if you did possess one of us? I mean, temporarily. Could that stay away from you fading away? Kind of like a recharge?
I don't know if that's how that
I'm
works.
not going to fade away. I can't.
Can't you just possess the weasel? I mean, it's going spare.
No, I cannot
not a
possess the
real
weasel. We've
weasel.
been through this.
He's not
Have
a
we?
real
I was
weasel.
outside the tent. I didn't hear anything, did I? Jesus.
No, we've known for a while it's not a real weasel.
It's my pet.
Oh, have we?
He's under my command.
Well, Cal didn't know, okay? Cal didn't know.
Look, this is going to sound a bit morbid, but what if we found someone who was dying?
It wouldn't help them. If they were
Devii
dying and
gives
they
you a
passed on, I would
very
be
dirty
ejected
look.
from that body as they would be.
Can't you
couldn't
just
possess
possess
the
one of
body
our-
that just went? You couldn't do that.
No.
We've got a whole lot of dogs with us. Can't you just possess one of those?
Just put her body on the sled and she'll come with us. She has her body.
The problem is that we
She
can't always
isn't a
carry the
perfect
body.
person. Let the Raven Queen decide and judge her fate.
We can carry the body. There is a way. I've already described it. Now, if you don't want to use that, then I don't know.
So essentially,
I've-
she's gonna tell you guys really quickly, just for the sake of speeding this along. She's not going to fight for you guys, but she will be essentially something. She will be something that is a valuable informationist that you guys can access. That's about it.
I don't.
Professor Scant, but
Pretty
I
much.
don't want
Mini.
her-
more throws on.
I didn't know
don't
she
want
was.
her as an ally. I just want to help her.
I don't think she could fight, so it's no
Yeah, that
loss.
was what I thought.
It's more for like game mechanics is what I'm getting
Gotcha.
at here, rather than like practicality. You guys don't need like an
Yeah.
army when you're walking around places.
Group
Okay,
of
Yeah.
10. Group of
fuck off.
10.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just say.
But, yeah.
Rob just doesn't want to play another character.
I'll
God
just
forbid,
say, in
dude.
character, we were fine without your fighting skills. Thank you very much. So we don't need your fighting skills, and Cal indicates to his scimitars.
Well, that's a comfort at the very least.
Cal's being a bit of a dick today, by the way. He's just annoyed at this whole ghost thing. He's just like, just fucking take the body, but no one's listening.
Today,
If you want to take the body, I
good.
can't stop you, and I refuse to, but I will help you.
Yeah, we'll put your body on the sled.
I will tell
Okay,
you where the
I'm
codicil is.
I'm just grabbing the body.
Not my
Grabbing the
sled.
I'm picking
She ain't
it up.
going on my sled.
I will carry her. She'll go on my sled. You will do nothing.
Good.
Also,
I'm already taken to the body. I'm walking with her.
I know
let's
that
all
you're gonna
go.
tell us where the codex
Oh, I
is,
wanna go
but
through
I
her
still
ship.
want to go to the ship. Yeah.
No, no, I didn't say. I want to go through her ship. Like that
Yes,
book
you
that
can
she
use
has.
you can use the things that are there. That is my spell book. In the backpack, you can find 2 scrolls of divination spell. That's all. I don't have anything else.
What about the book she was holding?
It's my spell book.
Yeah. Can I read
before
through
I-
that? Thank you. I will read through her spellbook on the journey or something when we have time to talk about that. I'll pocket it for right now.
Before I leave the tent, I'm going to turn to Valiant. Are you okay with this? With me taking her?
Never thought in all of my life's work of studying necromancy that I would detest taking someone's body as much as I do today.
Consider this a new chapter then.
I don't have to like it anymore, Goldy. That is someone I knew. Doesn't make it right.
All right.
Making zombies and the undead is out of function. Those without brains. Nass was an esteemed colleague. A rival at that one. I don't wish death or undeath on my companions, even if I don't like them.
Fred's like,
We will-
I have a brain.
I'm deaf.
Shut up, Fred.
We will not choose. We will not choose death or undeath. We will choose life and nothing more. If we cannot find it, well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Well, there's only one more thing to do before I go into the ether and let you guys do it that which you will. And that is tell you where the codicil of white is.
Thank you.
Aurel's worshippers are on a location that have hidden the codicil in a fortress called Grimskalle. It's situated atop a small mountain in the middle of the island.
Grimskalle?
Called Grimskalle. So it's Grim, Skalle. Grimskalle. It's a dwarvish word. Or, a word in giant that you would recognize, Vanvalor.
Yes, which is... It's just a word in giant, just like
it basically means grim skull.
Okay.
Yeah. So kind of like Sorrow's. I guess it'd probably be more adjacent to like Sorrow's skull.
Okay.
Or an end, probably.
Skull of Sorrows.
No, it probably means more something symbolic like the end. But this is a
This location is a frost giant fortress.
But it's inhabited by Arl's worshippers. Or frost giants.
I don't know to what extent it is now. This is all of the information I got from the professor.
Okay.
But it is my understanding that when we were in the Isle, or we were looking for some sort of island with a large mountain, that that's when the ship went down. We turned the wrong way, or hit a blizzard or something, and I was below deck. And then all I noticed was that the water was coming in, and I bolted. The codicil is a special spell or ritual that can open up a hidden passageway to this city. I don't know where that is yet, but we have to do some more research. And if you do anything, I'll give you one more piece of advice. This is mostly for you, villain. I'm sure you're aware of your friends that came with you, quote-unquote friends. Well, I saw something when I left. Something was written on the table near your compatriot Dallan, the illusionist. He had a spell scroll, and it was something written on the top called a simulacrum, which means copy. I think he meant out to you from the start.
He was burned to death. Do you believe that it was him? Or is it possible it could have been this simulacrum thing?
I don't know, I wasn't there.
I do remember them saying murders were continuing, but I don't know. Interesting.
Well, has this been a day? You need me? You can just go to the body as if you're talking and I'll see it. And I'll come back.
Hey, next time you wake up, you'll either get what you want or you'll get peace. I think that's a good way to wake up instead of the cold.
Sure. Well, good luck to all of you.
And with that, she opens up the tent flap, looks out in this wide expanse of just emptiness. And as she mimes walking and touching on the ground as though she's even though she's floating. And each step, she becomes less and less corporeal before she disappears.
Good time.
And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
Take a guess what I got. Another animal. Because you know what I'm about to do, right?
What?
Oh, put the body on the animal so that it can carry her body.
I'm literally just gonna whistle. I'll ask him to just do like, get on my shoulder.
Rob, what level of spell scrolls did you say it was?
It is 2 scrolls of the divination spell. Let me just double check really quickly.
And Dally said he didn't care about them too much, so I was just gonna throw them in the bag of holding, unless someone wants to hold them.
Where to go? This one. Inside of the bag, there is a...
Are we on the break right now, or are we still?
Yeah.
that's the break.
The alive with the aid of spell
okay.
scrolls of divination
Run free.
before her death. Okay,
Divination is a 4th level spell.
that is correct. I'm gonna say that because I said it already, that there are 2 of them. So you guys have 2 divination spells that you have access to. But if the spell proves to be too powerful, I haven't really read through everything here. Yeah, and also when you make a spell scroll, the components are all baked into the spell scroll, so you guys don't actually need those expensive components to do the spell, if that makes sense. But the reason that she has these in scroll form is because she had to hire a cleric to make them, because these are cleric spells that she would not have access to. And the reason I guess I'm going to say that she has 2 of them is because it's only worth 1 question and you have to wait 7 days to do it again. So, yeah. I'll say that that's probably fair. You can have 2 divination spell scrolls. But the only things that can learn this is the Circle of the Land Forest Druids, Circle of the Land Grassland Druids, and Clerics are the only ones that can learn this spell. With the exception of a Divine Soul Sorcerer, because they have access to the Cleric spell list. But as far as the spell book is concerned, it is a wooden cover bound in Nothic hide, which I don't know if you guys know anything about Nothics, but she would probably be able to tell you about them. They're basically secret hunters, and they have 1 eye, and they look like a goblin kind of thing, or more like a gremlin. They have silver clasps on the book that hold it shut, and her personal sigil is inscribed on the spine. It says Lantimir's Traveling Librum, and the tome contains the following spells: Clairvoyance, Cloud of Daggers, Counterspell, Detect Magic, Detect Thoughts.
You may need to send that to Dally.
Yeah, I have it right here. I'll send to him. Detect Thoughts, Find Familiar, Melf's Acid Arrow, Tensor's Floating Disc, and Thunderwave. Alright, I'm going to send this down. Bam. Alright. With that, I'm going to go pee.
Alright, what the hell was the animal? It's not a weasel. What the fuck is it?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, the other one left here. I'm just like...
Yeah. That hasn't been ascertained yet, hasn't it?
Well, whatever it is, I am not leaving it here. It's coming with us. It can wrap around my arm, I guess.
It disappeared, I think.
I'm just gonna have a giant, like, fur body, you know,
It's a familiar.
like an animal wrapped somewhere.
Was
It's
it
a familiar. Yeah, it's a familiar weasel.
Would that mean
It will dissipate. It dissipate, yeah. I think so.
Okay. First I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pet it. Bye. Bye, you little shit. See you when I see you. Oh, that's right, it talked, of course. Kind of hope we bring her back. That would be kind of nice to wrap up my story. I did it. I did something good.
So, what would be good?
Oh, because of
what did you say would be good?
Like bringing her back, just like I brought back the life of one who's done what I have done. You know, kind of like
right. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh, she wants to live. She wants to do better. I'm like, hey, that sounds like me.
I can relate.
I think I will bring her back because you know what? That would kind of redeem me in my own mind. But for fuck's sake, man! Every time I start talking, Just gone. Every time. It pisses me off now.
It's not noticeable on my end.
Hate it. Because I'm just talking and then suddenly I hear nothing.
Yeah, it's uninterrupted for me.
Because I was like gearing up. Huh?
No, I like Fish's microphone going in and out of existence.
I know. And it's like I can play with how like opaque it is.
Yeah.
You look like a cat padding on like something your owner is just like. No, I was gonna do like a big. Hey, you and I, we are quite alike, aren't we?
We're not
two
so
sides of the
different,
same coin. Yeah, I don't use that. I'm like
villain language.
I don't be like two sides of the same coin, but you got yourself killed while I killed others. You're angry, and I was devastated. I don't know. Just trying to make a story for myself again.
Oh, I didn't change the music. Sorry.
I wasn't even doing that.
To the Batman theme.
Yes.
I would
What were you doing that?
That's Batman theme, right?
I'm just beatboxing, making noise. Hey, that sounds pretty good.
You didn't know that Batman and or at least Mr. Wayne was a salsa dancer, did you? Mr. Wayne. Gordon.
I would have picked Alfred as a salsa dancer.
Gordon and Alfred have salsa classes on the weekend when Batman's fighting crime. The real reason that he leaked his identity is that Alfred got a little tipsy during salsa class.
It's like, well, wait a minute. I need to take this call from Bruce. Hey, Batman. Oh no.
I'll tell you a few things about my Master Wayne.
Wait, what's that, Master Wayne? Okay, I'll tell him. Hey, Gordon, Batman needs to see you on the roof.
He's a bit... My master, Mr. Gordon, is a bit afraid of bats, if you know what I mean.
Wink, wink.
Doesn't like those nightly swinging mammals. It's just like super slow.
And then just falls over.
Just takes a spill.
Remember.
Dallan, I sent you all the info on the book. You're welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm seeing that right now.
It's pretty cool. Like the book's got wooden covers. That's pretty dope, right? You're muted. I can't hear you.
Oh, I was talking to somebody else.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking to us. Sorry.
Yeah, it is cool. No, it is cool because of the... sorry, there's a video playing and I can't get it to stop.
The book also has 2 spells that are labeled as rituals, which I'll tell you right now is the Tensor's Floating Disc and the Detect Magic. Both of those are rituals.
Okay.
To further the Batman joke, I've just shared something. Watch it in your own time. It's very funny.
Tangerine Night.
It's in general. It's a nice little puppet show.
Yes.
I mean, the game
we should all watch this video that I just sent Rob.
Oh, okay.
If we wanna.
Are you gonna send it to us?
It's only a minute long. Just put it in
Put it
general.
in the Pogo text.
I'm closer to general chat and Rob's
General Rob server?
Yeah, I'm sending it now.
I'll just play the audio for chat so they can hear it, but you guys won't be able to hear it.
A long time ago, I was in Burma. My friends and I were working for the local government. They were trying to buy the loyalty of tribal leaders by bribing them
It kills me.
with a tangerine. but their caravans
Slay.
were being raided
Wait, what?
I'm just gonna put this on.
by
Oh,
bribing them.
Nox got really big. It's fucking
Their
huge.
caravans were being
Yeah,
raided in a
cat-
forest
cats
not
do
for
that.
Rangoon by a bandit. So we went looking for the tangerine. But in 6 months, we never met
I want a
anyone.
black cat.
Never found it.
One day, I saw a child playing with a tangerine. The bandit
You're welcome to come meet him anytime.
ran away. Well, because
Oh
I
yeah, I
thought it
will
was
do.
good
I'll
sport,
come. I'll
because
come.
some men aren't looking for anything
Wait, the rest
logical.
just cuts off after
Some men
tangerine.
just
No,
want
that's just a
tangerine.
long pause for no reason. I'm not sure why it's in the video.
What are you looking at?
The video.
Where
A
did
long
you
time
put
ago.
I'm
it?
gonna save this. This is hilarious. I want to watch this again later.
There's 2 different sections. Where
Yeah,
he
I
does,
saw.
like,
I saw it
more-
reset like in the middle.
Yeah.
I have to watch it post stream, unfortunately, because
Yeah.
this is late.
Oh, there's the tangerine.
Yeah.
All right, is everybody
It
ready
is
to
hilarious.
resume?
Yeah, we can resume.
Okay.
That is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
A tangerine. Dude, that man
What?
has the most
Tangerine?
soothing voice on the planet,
Yes.
hands down.
Voice. A tangerine.
144
Zoinks.
Oh, I thought you said Batman has the most soothing voice. And I was like,
Yes. You want to listen to this while I go to bed too? ASMR stream, Batman.
what?
240p?
We're gonna do a mukbang next week.
Oh, that was uploaded in
We're gonna do chicken
2009.
wings, and then pork chops.
I'll watch it later.
You guys will definitely like the video I sent you. It's stupid. It's so stupid. I love it.
I couldn't hear it like with everyone talking, so I'm gonna watch it later.
Yeah. All right. Words are good. Words are tough. Words are fun. Where is the?
Words are made for everyone.
I'm looking for a specific track.
Words by Rob May.
Welcome to Words.
I
Your
don't
host.
want this one to be it.
Words.
Oh shit, can you hear me?
This one. No?
I
This
can
one.
hear you.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay. What do you do? She walks off and disappears.
No, we kinda
I'm gonna
pick up the chip.
quickly pet the familiar before it disappears. Take it, little buddy. See you again. And I'm gonna go straight to the sled, my sled, and put the body down there. Secure it.
Easy enough. Pretty routine.
Cal's gonna put his weapons away that he had out the whole time.
Great.
And yeah, because I got them out because I had them ready. You're gonna put
I
his.
like that you said your hands on your hips, right? So you had your scimitars like, so they're like sticking out this way.
Exactly like that. Like when he was still holding them when he did that. So yeah, Cal's gonna put them away and like get the sled ready and get ready to move out with the on the sled. And he's muttering under his breath, finally finish that bloody ghost.
You know, Cal, sometimes I think you are rather bloodlusty about things.
It's so nice.
I don't know how.
You killed a dragon. How are you not satisfied for a while?
Rob, it hasn't been long enough to attune yet, right?
Nope. Been like 10 minutes.
Cal's a fighter.
I'll just chill on the thing.
Okay.
Is everyone-
Over, I guess.
What is going on here? Everyone's got a fucking cat.
He's got a cute little white mustache. Are we?
I got a bunny.
Oh, bunny.
I got a bunny.
So we're
You
going
got
to
one
pick
as
up the
well?
ship then? Yes. That's
To
what we
the
did.
ship?
We go to the ship. We're gonna go there.
Yeah.
Where we're gonna go.
Oh, Mech, do you still have
I'm
my
attuning. I'm still attuning to it.
okay, because you wanted to go underwater, right? We're assuming that.
Yeah.
that works.
I think Torterra, you've been here a while now. You kind of help them pitch towards where you think there might be a ship. It's the only thing that's in the horizon that doesn't seem to be moving in the Sea of Moving Eyes, so you just start moving towards that. Something is a bit off. You're an expert in your native area, and everything about what's going on in the weather and the cold, now that Nass has kind of dissipated into a different area, you actually notice that the cold that has been around this kind of campsite hasn't gone away. And it's not just the normal cold. It's uncanny and constant. And the wind gusting is seemingly without source. It's just here, and it's windy, but the wind doesn't have a static position. So everything about this storm seems to be unnatural. Or rather, not storm, but you know what I mean, like light snow and weather conditions. Yeah. And as you progress forward on your map here, you guys see something in the horizon a bit further out in the water. Specifically here. You see, as you get closer, the Sea of Moving Ice stretching out before you, featureless, like a frozen desert. And ahead, the smooth white surface is interrupted by a towering ship with its exterior covered in frost, like this. Welcome to the Dark Duchess.
That's like a ghost ship.
Oh my.
They're going on a ghost ship.
Just has a shudder.
Can I look over at Devii and see if she's okay seeing her death ship?
Yeah, she didn't think it was gonna affect her at all, but
the blizzard is making it very difficult to see Devii. It is also way out on the ice, and the cold and the wisping winds and snow that are kind of just blistering through, or I shouldn't say blistering, that's more into with heat. I should say cutting through your robes and your coats, just makes this kind of ominous shape that just seems to be landlocked that much more strange. And as you can tell in the image, it does look like some of the sails are still there, hanging on the masts. But rather, instead of seeing what you might see if this image were animated, the sails, the masts, and everything that seems to be normally one of those type of things that would move in kind of a GIF are frozen, unmoving, stuck in time, as it were, as the snow swirls angrily around the site. Even the ropes that seem to be relatively unregular or tied in circles and rounds or in odd shapes are just frozen solid. A thin and thick layer of rime covering everything that isn't already covered in snow.
Damn, can you tell me what rime is again, please?
It's like a case of ice.
Casing of ice, yeah.
Casing of ice.
Just Google the word rime really quickly. I can tell you, it means frost formed on cold objects by rapid freezing of water vapor in a cloud or fog.
Oh, okay.
Also heard the word hoarfrost. That's something that they'll use on meteorology. Hoarfrost is kind of the same thing. Okay. Rime is a bit more of an old-timey term, I think.
Got it, thanks.
Girl, you're welcome.
So the whole ship is there frozen, or like half of it is sunk and half of it is frozen?
Well, it looks like, if you look at it, it looks like it's kind of like, but it looks like it's covered. From what you're saying, it's still covered in the frost.
It's a bit odd because you notice that like it's out in the ice in like the frozen area out there, but there seems to be a pretty clear pathway of areas that are not like moving that you could probably get up to the ship. It just looks a little odd that the entire ship looks like it kind of chunked up onto this place, like it got land pushed up almost unnaturally, and then it also has that slight tilt that you see in the image where it's like slightly off kilter, kind of propped up against something that it crashed into.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this kind of happened after the whole down.
Yeah, you don't really remember a whole lot of the details of the crash itself, but it's a little odd. Based off of your memory of this thing potentially getting water and going down, you would think this ship would be sunk.
Yeah, that's how I remember it.
Yeah, so it seems odd that it's almost like pushed up against a quote-unquote shoreline, as it were, or rather ice in this case. But it's above, and so if you guys were kind of approaching the ship, getting closer, I don't know how close you guys want to get, but this thing is like rising pretty tall. I don't know if you guys have ever been near a ship like this, but if you're on the water side, it's a significant jaunt to get up these things. And even though it's half ice, half water, you guys could probably maneuver over to one of the more shallow sides, and it'd probably still be about 10 feet or more.
Well, we brought the grappling hook so that we could,
We did bring grappling hooks. That's right.
We probably put our crampons on while we were walking over here.
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys are putting
close
crampons
can we
on.
get to the ship?
Close as you want to be?
Cool. So it's not dangerous or anything to.
Well, I was going to ask about.
I mean, you guys bought
that.
crampons, so I'm not having you roll checks. I'm assuming you put them on.
Cool.
It's broken sea ice, right? It's not completely solid.
It's broken, but it's thick, and this area doesn't seem to be moving. This is like right up against the edge.
Yeah, the ocean is broken sea ice, but this all looks like it's drifted to close to shore.
Yeah, it goes right up against
the ice
shore.
is more solid,
That's
correct?
right. That's right, Cari.
How long did the travel take? I'm trying to see how long I have on my attunement.
During travel, you can't attune.
But I'm just sitting on the sled, not doing
It doesn't
anything.
matter. You're still traveling.
Doesn't matter?
Yeah. I'm gonna say this takes probably about 25 minutes. It doesn't take you too long to get here. You guys are just going to the edge and you can see it off on the horizon. Then it probably takes you another 10 minutes to get up close to it. Probably takes you 20 minutes. It probably takes you 10 minutes to take the snowshoes off, pack them up, put the crampons on. Everyone's suited up. The dog's kind of situated out so that they're not going on the ice with you guys. If you decide if you want your pets and stuff to go with you, the big ones, then you can make that decision. But I'm kind of summarizing this so that you guys can play the game, because there's a lot of other moving parts that are going on here.
How long does it take Mesh to attune?
It takes them an hour on a short rest to do it. So if you guys don't take a short rest, you can't attune.
Should we? Yeah, Mesh, what do you think? Do you think we should have a?
If we have to go underwater, I can do that with attunement. I have swimming advantages, and then I will have heat.
I just want to go in there to recover something of mine. Should be in my living quarters, and from assessing, does it look like my living quarters are underwater?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
As long as there's no danger there, I suppose we'll be fine.
Well, we don't know, do we?
Devii, I thought you said your ship sunk. How come?
Yeah.
What happened to the rest of the crew?
I'll be honest, this is not how I remember it. As far as I remember it, it was sinking, and we were far in the sea of ice. It's not the location where we began sinking, and it is far more intact than I remember it. So something's going on. Although
Does it look like
that murder that we came across, that was from the ship, but it was his body. So I have no idea how that body got all the way over, you know.
Rob, if I walk around like and try to see if the ship was kind of magically dragged up Could I figure
Make an
that
investigation
out, maybe?
check. And Devii, what was your perception check?
50.
Your guess is probably above ground?
Okay.
Or rather, above ice, in this case?
I definitely. I'm gonna need Mesh's
17 plus 7.
What's the total mesh? I don't need the bonus.
24.
Okay. Yeah, it's really odd because you can't really discern anything with the snow the way it is. And there's not really anything that you can even see on the ship. But then you get like towards where the portion of the ship is that's slightly submerged in the icy water. And you can almost see this thick rime all the way across the ship as you're inspecting it. It's constant.
Like it continues under the water?
No, meaning that the rime, the layer of ice that encases the ship, any place that you see it, it's the exact same thickness.
It shouldn't be even. It shouldn't be even.
If it was naturally full.
It also you would know with rime kind of in general that if it's this temperature, it's gonna freeze incredibly rapidly. If not instant in some cases, if it's already cold, like the water itself. Because if water is very, very hot and it's this cold, you throw it out, it doesn't freeze, it sublimates. You know what I mean? Just switches.
Like to little piece, little.
Yeah, like the water droplets turn to ice and then it just falls. Like it just it's done.
Rob, I'm gonna drop a divine sense and a detect magic. Divine sense, I'm kind of looking for the undead.
Okay, I will let you know that because of both of these things are restricted by sight, that if you do the divine sense, it's an instant kind of push, and then the detect magic, the ship is very big, so it's not going to cover even close to the width.
Maybe we should wait until you get on the ship before we do the detect magic.
Is divine sense only sight? That's kind of useless.
What does it say?
The presence of a strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of the next turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover.
You have your answer.
But that means you don't have to have line of sight.
Total cover requires sight, Cari. That's what cover is.
But like they could be behind you, right?
I guess, but total cover means that something is between you and that other thing, including that can be fog, for example, if fog is like thick. So it's a very weird, finicky thing, but yes, it's behind total cover. So like if something is on the ship and you're at the base, and there's like this big wall of the ship itself, before you climb up there, you're not going to sense anything until you're actually on the ship, and you have like things that are behind cover. Divine sense is kind of a weird thing, but it's mostly so that you can detect things that are in front of you to see if they're kosher. Like if Devi's in front of you and you cast divine sense to see if she's undead, you can check. Oh.
Well, yeah, I might still.
I'm just saying, like, to use an example, like if this is something that doesn't look like a skeleton, you're like, this is kind of sus, they're not really acting human, you can pop a divine sense. Or if you see something that's kind of like a statue and you're like, I don't know if that's a statue, you can pop divine sense. That's what it's more intended for, not to find something that's hidden, if that makes sense. It's more of like something that's obvious that you can find if it's hidden, rather than if it's something that's hidden behind something.
Okay. Anything on detect magic?
No, because I think that it is going to get blocked by anything from your current point of view. If you wanted to get on the ship with it later on, maybe it'll go off. You're not sure.
It can go through a little bit of wood, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not. Okay.
But this is a lot of wood. It's a ship.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's rooms and floors and all that. Devii knows that the ship has a main deck, a hold, and cabins.
I'll try to explain the layout to you guys as best as possible so that you won't be able to know exactly what you should a little bit the best ability.
I'll start working on the grappling hook, finding a spot to hook it up on, so we can climb.
But I'm not gonna make you mark off anything, Breker, unless you really want to commit to those things. I just wanted to give you a little bit more realistic kind of approach to using them before.
I marked them off. Detect Magic has 10 minutes, so as
you want to keep it on then?
Exploring the ship and stuff.
Got it.
Am I still protected by the spell?
Yeah. Yep. Nothing's changed. Okay. Essentially, there's not really any checks required because it's a really low bearing kind of thing that's not really planning on moving anywhere.
He does have a ping from Undead. It's.
Wait, what?
Oh, it's the kobolds?
No, it's from Nas.
Oh yeah, you kind of get this sense of like this spirit that's kind of moving around from the Nas, yeah. Okay. That's the wrong sheet. Let's see if. First of all, before I resolve climbing on, I'm gonna see if there's anything that Breker's gonna feel out. Can you link me the spell somewhere on Roll20 or something? Just like cut and paste it in there.
We're not doing a short rest, right, guys?
Well, that's what I wanted to. I was not asking what Mesh wanted to attune. So
yeah, but if you're not going underwater, then I don't need to.
I don't think we're going underwater.
Yeah, I don't think we should try and do both of those things. I think we should either investigate the ship or do the underwater thing.
But
I don't
while
think.
we're investigating, you could just sit on the deck of the ship.
3 feet of wood.
Me.
Okay, that's the main thing.
You need me to unlock stuff.
Oh, that's true. I do need you to.
Well, I was just thinking we shouldn't split. That's because it's going to be more difficult for Rob to run. Like we shouldn't.
Okay, so you guys are all getting right up next to the ship then?
Yeah.
My vision is that we're right next to it, looking up.
Yeah, after Mesh's lap, I mean, it's throw a rope and start climbing aboard.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. As you approach getting closer to the ship to potentially go up there, maybe even within a couple of feet, you can start hearing a loud thumping and creaking sounds coming from the inside of the hold.
Does it sound unnatural? I mean,
It's followed by something else that sounds like this. And the ship doesn't seem to be as abandoned as you once thought.
Okay.
Can
Did we all hear that? Everybody?
Yep.
Can I get closer to where I kind of heard it and detect thoughts?
You don't get anything.
can't see it.
Wow, that's not creepy at all. And Cal looks over at Goldy taking out his axe, and then Cal's got his hand on the hilt of his scimitars.
On the hull of the ship, can I just kind of knock out a doot 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 doot, and then just kind of wait for an answer?
Dun, dun. The equivalent of that day and ages.
Like they're not. What is it in Roger Rabbit? They can't making the noise back or something. Is that what you're trying to do?
No, he's trying to do the. And then wait to see if somebody goes.
Yeah, that's what I did in Roger Rabbit.
Okay, I would like you on. This actually matters. Where are you going to be doing this? On the ship, the front, the back, the middle, the left, or the right?
What side are we on though?
Mesh said he tried to like hone in on it, so I'd probably be standing somewhere where Mesh tried to hone in on it.
I'm gonna say you can't really hone in on it because it's pretty echoey. Unless you want to make a perception check and we can roll dice, maybe you can find it.
I mean, you're pretty small. You're pretty strong. You should go bang bang. Dun 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 dun.
Or we could just have Vanvalor
I did it
just
loud
shatter
enough
the ship.
that anyone on the boat would hear it, hopefully.
Isn't everything covered in
Well, I'm gonna ask you where you
ice?
think it is first, because Mesh needs to make a perception check to figure out if he wants to figure out where this is, and then I'll let you do it where he's at.
figure out if he
Otherwise,
wants
it's just
to
a blind
figure
thing, and I'm
out-
gonna have you roll a d8.
Anybody helping me with that, or should I just do it flat?
Can I help Mesh? I don't know how.
Try to like ear it where I'm hearing, kind of.
How are you helping him?
So, well, can I also be listening with near him?
like you're on top of Mesh and you're just pushing his whole head. Like, listen.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah, I mean, I can't.
Okay, you can have advantage, but it will be a higher DC.
I can't do what they just said.
Oh, that's at least better. Perception, right? 16.
It's probably somewhere in the center side, probably not in the top, but your guess is it's definitely not in the top. It's somewhere in the middle to the back half of the ship somewhere, but it's very echoey in the center. It's definitely not on the main deck.
All right, then I bang in the middle.
That's what she said.
And Cal turns to Devii.
Give me a strength athletics check.
How do you say the sides of a ship again? You know, it's like port and starboard and all that. You should know that, right?
Starboard.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just went to nautical school last week.
No, not you, Rob. Devii should.
Just giving her a
Devii
hard
should
time.
know that, right?
We're going to the northeast elevator.
Listen, Breker's banging on the ship in the naughty side. Okay, what is your athletics check?
My athletics check?
Yeah.
8.
Okay, you don't get a response.
8.
Devi's
Well, let's get up there then.
And the fact that it wasn't completed.
Should we?
Getting my.
Was 8 banging on the side or was 8 climbing up?
Banging on the side.
Okay.
I'm gonna start.
Breker will kind of shrug and climb up.
Okay.
Devi will go like. It's like.
Can somebody? Yeah, one of us needs to throw up the first hook.
Me.
Where are you throwing the hook?
Jump.
Who has good athletics? Can Cal jump? Cal could
Well,
jump,
yeah,
maybe. How high is
good hops?
I can jump.
How high is it? How high is it, DM?
It's a 10-foot climb to get on the main deck.
Right, I'm gonna jump. I'm jumping on it.
Cal can jump like.
Okay, make an acrobatics check. Cal, make an acrobatics check.
Okay. One second. Oh, go fuck yourself!
Don't you have that ability as a? Don't you have that ability as a satyr that makes you jump?
Yes, I do. I have an ability as a satyr that makes me jump high. I don't know what I need to do on an athletics check. So
your satyr ability has nothing to do with landing on a sheet of ice with crampons on.
Yeah.
Okay, can I still do the jump regardless and then land presumably on my butt?
Please give me an acrobatics check.
Please.
What was the acrobatics check?
I did an athletics check.
I didn't want an athletics check. I asked for an acrobatics check.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said that. Oh, okay. Sorry. I will. Well, that 3 doesn't count then.
What, you get 1?
Go! Let's go!
Yeah, that's so much better!
What did you roll?
A nat 1 to a nat 20.
I love the idea of a nat 1 where you just land on your butt and slide off the ship on the other side.
Cal's gonna do this with style, okay? So Cal jumps from a standing start and just goes like that, and then just does the superhero pose like that, and then just goes straight up, and then lands like that with his fist down like that in the the superhero pose. Like
yeah, the blade 2 pose.
One fist down, yeah.
3-point landing. Yep.
That's bad for you. You should know that.
Okay, Cal, you pretty much just jump over people setting up ropes and rigging and land inches from a hole in the hull.
Oh.
You're like...
Oh. God, that's close.
And as you do, you can see that the wooden boards in the main deck are cracked from frost. A large hole in the deck exposing a part of what looks to be going down into the hole hold straight into the sky.
Why did my camera turn off?
The planks around the hole seem to be marred with some deep groove markings. And you can see a abandoned dinghy that is covered in snow on the main deck. There are risers up to the main stern, and in the back, where the ship would be steered, there is another rise of 2 sets of staircases. So they're very short staircases to go up, so you can get a higher vantage point to steer it from the back, and then a higher vantage point from the front to adjust the masts, and also kind of get some, maybe if you were to put some someone up front to kind of observe things. And then the staircases leading down to the main deck, there's a single central mast. Behind that central mast is the stairs that lead down into the cabins area that Devii has described to you before. And then she'll also say that the same staircase just flips around and goes the other way down into the hold. So it's just an extended staircase to go down and up all of the levels of the hold to the cabins to the main deck. Okay. But this hole seems to go down 2 levels. And that down 2 levels is somewhere in those lower levels is where you hear that moaning and creaking and grunting sounds coming from something.
Okay, can I peer into the hole and
I'm gonna let the other people see what they're gonna do first, and then I'll come back to you, okay? Okay, because you took the initiative of skipping the first step. So
has she secured the grappling?
She didn't say she was securing the grappling hook yet.
I've thrown the grappling hook. I assume she might have got it or something.
Oh, so you're jumping so that you can just give it to her when she has it held rather than throwing it? Is that was the intention?
Well, I was holding it.
She was holding it when she jumped in. I guess that's what.
Sorry, I didn't say that. That's what I meant. I was holding it when I didn't describe it though.
Okay, well then if you didn't describe it, I'm just gonna say that it didn't happen because you didn't say it.
Wait, Cal, do you have rope?
I'll throw it, I guess.
Okay.
You can throw regular rope.
Okay, just give me a sleight of hand check, Cal.
Okay.
And I'll say this was the advantage because you're kind of working together with Mesh.
Okay, yeah, because I had a rope in my pack, yeah.
That doesn't mean anything when you're trying to catch a grappling hook. Okay.
Doesn't it?
That's fine.
Oh, 40,
more than enough.
19.
I can have Blackie go up and help her fasten it or whatnot.
So you just kind of set it somewhere on the mast. No problem. It's only a 10-foot climb. You can climb it without the rope. Just be slippery.
Okay.
Do you mind if I just
Breker?
I'll just say,
up there?
yeah, that's true. Breker can't. I'll just say that the I'll just say that now that the rope is in play, you guys can get up there, no problem.
I would say I'll need the rope.
Yeah, it's quite a short climb with the rope.
I'm still jumping up there.
Breker climbed the fuck out of that rope.
Let's give my athletics.
And I've been trying to jump for the last 10 minutes. I'm like, I want to jump.
Let
I just rolled 17 on my athletics because I just want to get off the ice. I'm like,
I'm gonna do my grappling hook anyway to be like parallel rope and like kind of help anybody who's struggling.
Doesn't Goldy have to do athletics?
No one
check
has
as
to roll
well?
athletics. I just
Rob
got
already
done
said
saying
we
that.
didn't need to make it. I
Yeah,
just
we
did it
don't
out of
need
spite
to.
here.
I was
Just for flavor, Rob. Just for flavor. Like
That's
I'm
absolute
helping people climb, especially Breker and Devii, I guess.
Well, you would have had to make an athletics check if you didn't use a rope, but I gave you guys a freebie because you used a rope. So
yeah, but Goldy said he wanted to do it anyway. It just
listen, if you guys want to roll dice and fail for no fucking reason, I can.
Can we all be on the ship deck?
Who's dungeon mastering the game?
All right.
Yeah, you're the dungeon master.
I'm just doing it for flavor, alright? Obviously, like, I either go up the rope or I jump. Either way, I'm up there.
Okay. Cal, you said you were appearing somewhere as they're climbing?
I was like, yeah, because I landed right next to this hole, and I was whoa, like that because I could have fallen in straight down, and then I was like, whoa, what is that? So I'd like to peer into the hole, and you already said we can all hear the sound, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can hear the sound, and it's kind of coming from the middle of the ship, right? So could I kind of bend a little bit?
How far does your dark vision go?
I don't have dark vision.
Then you don't see anything.
Can I listen?
Mesh does.
Yeah, but Mesh is currently climbing at the rest of you guys until you guys all want to get up there.
What I'm thinking is that Hal does not have dark vision. I think he would look anyway because I think anybody would just
instinctually
next to them would just look. But since I don't have dark vision, I wanted to see if I can hear any.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a perception check if you're not going to use your sight. That's fine.
Sorry, please repeat that.
I said if you're not going to use your sight, you can just hear or smell or whatever else other senses you want to use. That's fine with me. You can roll perception.
Okay, cheers. I'll do that. And I got 11. Not very good.
I mean, you kind of just hear the same things. You're not really going to gain anything. I'm going to say that it's very echoey in here with the ice, and also the double levels are kind of messing with your depth perception because the sound is just bouncing around like a ping pong table. It's really hard to kind of place where the sounds exactly are coming from, but it's definitely below you somewhere.
Okay.
I will say that I think you can probably see something in the next room at the very least. So I'll tell you this, that you know that there's a little dinghy, or rather kind of like an escape ship, like a smaller passenger. What are those things called?
They're called
They're like a specific name to like go ashore on the side of the ship, but there's one on the deck.
I always thought they're just escape boats. I don't know the.
Yeah, there's a specific term. I can't remember the name of it, but there's one on the main ship. There's one on the main ship. And there's one underneath on the second level in the cabin area. It seems like there's another one, but it doesn't seem like they got it out of the cabins area, or maybe it fell. You're not sure.
Tender, I think that's what it's called.
What is it?
A tender.
Tender?
Sounds right.
Is it?
I don't know if I've ever heard it, but
I've never heard that before.
No, that's not it.
So this escape dinghy, Rob, wouldn't they normally be like on the side of a ship rather than like on the hull or on the deck?
Lifeboats. That's the one I was looking for.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
Lifeboat.
Yeah.
Lifeboat. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I got so distracted. I need to know what that was. It was bothering me.
Oh yeah, no. My question, Rob, was you said it's on the deck, right? Actually on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they are.
Oh, yeah. Are they? Oh, I thought they was always on the side. Okay, no, never mind then.
Nope, not in this case. So here's the lay of the land, Devii, because you know this information. You have the 2 staircases on the sides that go up to the main stern, 2 staircases that go back to the driving like area on the bow, and then the main area has the giant hole in it, and that giant hole has another giant hole that mirrors the first one straight down, has the same groove marks on it, and then there is a staircase right behind it next to the mast that goes down, and that thing also goes down another level. So there's another staircase to go down to the cabin area. Now, below the driving area, there is a captain's cabin. So you know that the driving of the ship, they go straight down to the next level in the same area that they would be driving. That's where the captain would stay. That's their captain's quarters. In the northern area, where the kind of other, or not the northern area, but the stern area, there is a small hallway. On the left side of the hallway is one long room. That's the surgeon's cabin. And on the right side of the hallway is the first mate, and then the chart room for kind of just like where you would plot out your courses and like plan your trips. And then the last room at the very tip of the stern is just storage, because it's one of the more risky areas. They just kind of put random storage and food and stuff in there. And then down in the base of the ship where the hold is, it's generally just like the main, I guess you would say the main storage, the main supplies, whatever you'd be transporting goes there. It's also where stowaways would be, or other guests like maybe Nas would probably have been staying down here. And then in the upper section near the stern, there are 2 large and a small room after that, where that's one of the rooms is called the galley, and the other one would be the tip would be the rum storage, and then the back end would be the water storage, where you keep all of your clean and purified water. As you know, on ships it's all salt water, so like you definitely need a water hold. So in all of these rooms you could definitely get more passengers or more things that you maybe just any valuables would go probably on the hold. So that's the ship. I can reassess that for you at any time. You can always ask me, but I don't want to show you guys the map because the map is for the GM in this case, not for the players.
Thanks for the info.
And I'm giving this all to Devii because she chose a character that specifically came from this ship. So, yeah, you guys get a lot more free information than you would otherwise.
I mean, I'm making my way towards that surgeon.
So
The
Devi's like
easiest
walking
way.
straight down without stealthing, going straight down the stairs.
Oh shit.
I'm like grabbing her shoulder. Slow down. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna roll
Rob,
stealth.
can I take a snowball, cast light on it, and drop it down one of the holes?
Sure.
Oh, come on.
That's awesome.
Would that work?
Mesh would see you cast the spell before you drop it in. So Mesh can say something if you want, buddy.
Come on, don't do this. We're trying to sneak here. We don't want them to know right away.
We don't know who them is.
10 people, just 10 creatures and humans just rolled up to this, climbed the ship, banged on the hull. If this thing doesn't know we're here, it probably can't get out of wherever.
Who was the one who banged on the hole?
Well, it's a little late now.
Cal's hands are on his hips again.
Doesn't mean we have to announce our every movement to them.
I admit me going headstrong isn't a good idea, but I don't see how light can be a bad thing.
Alright, I'll chuck the snowball off the side of the ship, say, Mesh, go ahead. Go first into the dark hull alone. See what happens.
Going backwards.
Are there doors, Rob, or is it just open hallway?
It's open.
I have a suggestion. Could we tie a rope to Mesh? If he's
It'll only
going?
go about 50 feet.
If you want, you can.
We just
but
go the normal
I'll just have Blackie scouting ahead by 5 feet, maybe. And
I
tell
also
me
want
if
to point out that
somebody is.
Okay, then you and Blackie need to make separate stealth checks, please.
Yep.
If Mesh gets more than 50 feet away and gets in trouble, how will we know then?
Okay, that's Blackie is.
Why are we going down the hole? Can't we just go steps?
They are going down the steps.
Oh, you're going to steps. Okay.
He said
Blackie
going
has
down
a
towards
12.
the hold.
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 I heard HOLE. Sorry.
No, but the hold is
Oh,
the third,
okay.
the lowest level. He's going into the
Sorry,
cabins area.
Sorry, I thought you said hole as well. Hold.
Yeah, I
then.
just heard that.
Okay.
Yeah, Mesh said he's
Okay.
climbing down the steps, not the hole.
Oh, okay.
everyone stop saying hole.
HOLD.
Blackie's stealth is 12. My stealth is 27.
Barely with Blackie, man. Wow. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a pass. Continue, Mesh. As you go down into the
Alright,
base of the cabin area, the first thing that you can see is why can't I say this? Ah, okay. It seems odd, but there's like almost mirroring or similar grooves to the top level on the floor near the hole. And it's almost like this hole in the center of the room is about the same size. Almost like something just got punched through the ship from the inside. But you notice that this hole doesn't go down through the bottom of the ship. It only separates the cabins and the hold, and also the main deck and the cabins. So it's like something from the hold just went through 2 levels.
Okay, this is the one in the center that we climbed after, right? Okay.
So you climbed over the ship. Okay. Once you climbed over or jumped, in one case, there is a hole in the center of the ship. And that hole extends through the next level down to the bottom. And then at the bottom of the hold, there's no hole going through. It's just solid. Okay. And on the edges around this hole, there are marred deep groove marks. Kind of like there's like how thick would they be? I'm gonna like give you guys a reference point using my fingers. Maybe like about 4 fingers width. There's just a bunch of them all over.
Okay.
And they're about maybe that long. About, oh, sorry, you can't even see on my screen. It's probably probably about the tip of your arm to like the elbow is probably about how long they are.
Like a
biblical cubit, if you will. Sorry, that's just a weird flex.
What did he say?
And it's coming out of the hole, right?
They're like
The
dug
edge
into
of
the
hole
wood.
on the side, on the floor.
Like
part?
on the wood edge as well as like on the top.
Oh, kind of.
Not like this, more like this.
Okay.
Like horizontal, not like from the inside out, like peeled out like that. Not like that at all.
Okay.
It does look like maybe, and if there's anything of hint, I'd probably need more checks than what we've done so far. But as you kind of look through, the sound seems to be coming from the lower level, and you don't see anything in this level without a cursor. With a cursory look, doesn't seem to be anything in this level, and all the sounds seem to be coming from the hold.
Oh.
And they do seem to be getting louder, and you can hear a door kind of jostling, and some other sounds besides the kind of general moaning. You can hear these like, and as you descend, not only have you descended the steps and stealth successfully, and the sounds are getting louder, but the temperature is dropping, and that's where we're going to pick up next week.
Spooky! Spooky!
Oh no!
Go ship!
I can't believe it.
This is actually a specially made track by a music artist on Patreon I found that is made for this location.
Wow!
Really?
Good job. That's awesome.
Nice.
I know you were trying to find the perfect.
It's not perfect, but it's very peaceful and it's very neutral, which I really like because it's just pure ambience.
It definitely gives the solitary.
I'll probably turn this track up a bit louder. But
I feel like it sounds spooky though.
Yeah.
It definitely.
It's because it's like just enough music that it feels environmental.
And I do get the sense of ice.
Yeah.
It's like
there's a lot of bells and brass.
Bells and maybe a triangle or something. I don't know.
Something wicked this way comes.
All right, I'm very excited for this. You guys took way longer than I thought at the NAS thing, but I actually am pretty happy with the outcome. You guys did pretty well there. I took a little bit of inspiration from the Table Story people, so if you guys listen to Table Story and watch this, very similar result, but the difference is they have 2 players that are guests on their campaign that came in to play both Nass and Valen in their campaign, which I had to play both of them, which is wildly difficult.
Yeah, there was a long conversation there between the two of them.
I don't think it was.
To watch for spoiler reasons.
Yeah, I don't think it was too entirely good on my part, but you know.
I thought you did.
No, it's fine. You
I
were
thought
fine.
They're fine.
I thought it was good. I wouldn't be able to do it, honestly. I don't know how you do it, Rob. I really don't.
You were goody gumdrops.
It's not easy to do anything that when you have to talk to yourself for 20 minutes. I can assure you. It also feels like you guys don't get to play. So.
Go back and forth.
I think
I didn't want to interrupt.
with that we need to close the stream so people like me, Cari, and the wonderful Fish from Palatown can go to bed. aka your best friend and mine, Magikarp. I'm just kidding. We can probably close out the stream there. If you guys want to find people, you can watch Fish do his GBL and Sylph games and have special guests, especially Australians. Always welcome. We got Australian time zones and I believe NA time zones on the weekends, according to what I saw today, because you were streaming this morning.
Yeah, you're learning. Yeah. It's confusing.
I lurk a lot on your channel, so yeah. You can find him at Palatown PvP, sharing the limelight with some other creators like Lily Bear and more. If you want to check that out, go check him out over there. You can find myself here at awemei streaming GBL Tuesday through Friday. And then on Saturday nights like this, I do Icewind Dale. And on Monday, I stream as a player with Cari in an Eberron campaign with our good friend Harry. I think... Cal, not Cal, wow, too much D&D. Jodie, did you say you were streaming? Or is it the Twitter stuff you wanted to link today?
Oh, just Twitter. I put my Twitter in the chat, the Twitch chat.
Okay.
I don't stream actually. No.
Okay, yep. It's at Jodie DE. Jodie DE. There you go.
Jodie DE, yeah.
I don't think anyone else. Mesh, are you streaming lately?
I did a few streams, but my PC crashed, so I'm figuring that out again.
Okay. Mesh got really close to Legend last season, so we're hoping and praying he can get it again this time. I got super fucking close.
2960s, man.
Wow.
He got to the door about 3 different times back-to-back days too. It didn't even drop that much. Like he was at the doorstep for like 3 days in a row. It was really sad.
Wow.
Super close.
Yeah.
But he was there. He's there. We got a lot of good cups for him to play with this season. Holidays was like the first time that I was able to smash Legend easily, I'd say. So that was pretty cool. Or not Holiday Cup, sorry, Love Cup. And this is the first season where we have Holiday and Love Cup kind of back to back. And I did really well in both of those cups last time around. So I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be okay again. Fish on a Heater PvP link doesn't work. Yes, I know, Yusol, because I made this before he changed his name. Here.
Sorry.
Legally changed your name.
Legally changed.
If Fish, yeah, there you go. Mesh beat me to the typing it. But yeah, it's Palatown PvP. There you go, Yusol. Thank you for checking that out. And then Cari actually has something to promote this week.
Cari-sama.
Sorry, what?
You got to close this out with your promo, Cari.
Oh, yeah, I started streaming Final Fantasy, the Endwalker expansion. I haven't been able to stream from beginning to end, but I've got...
Is my spelling right? My spelling's right, yeah.
Yep.
I'm stupid.
But yeah.
It's an emo.
I think one of my mods is trolling me with the pog.
Oh.
Awesome.
Nice. Yeah.
Great.
So yeah, I'm streaming it. If you are planning to play Endwalker and you don't care about spoilers, come watch.
Cari, do you have any scheduled times that you stream?
I don't yet. Thank you for asking. That's really nice. I'm trying to stream in the daytime.
Wait.
Japan time would probably be
time. Yeah, you need to be.
Yeah,
you should be
anime time. Yeah, it'll be like 2 p.m. to like 10. I don't know how long I'll be streaming.
Okay, just follow her channel and get the notifications.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's not a job. It's just for fun.
We're gonna close the stream now.
Turn on notifications.
We're gonna
That's
turn the
what I
stream
do.
off now because we've been streaming for far too long. Thank you guys so much for watching through the VOD, and I'm still working on getting the VODs back from Twitch, but no promises because Twitch hates their customers. So we'll see you guys later.
God.
Bye.
Damn you guys. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Stream.
Bye.
Look, Mom, no hands.
I'm a ghost!